keeping people in society safe. Well, I'm doing super there, Terry Johnson. Hey, so many things to talk about here in a short amount of time. Let's start with this. The fact that you guys got off to such a good start to start the game. You weren't turning it over. You were making open shots. You were defending well. The coaches had emphasized that for the last 48 hours. Have to get off to a good start against these guys, and you did that. That really helped.
Hey, that helped out a lot. Our guys did a great job. And looking for impactful in a lot of ways, whether it be scoring, whether it be assists, or whether it be rebounds.
Yeah, it's pushing the pace, and St. John's wants to play fast. I think he's a better rebounding guard than Simeon Wiltshire. I think he's just stronger. He's basically a grown man, and Simeon is still developing that strength. I think that's one thing. You talk about, this came up early in the broadcast here, we talk about depth. St. John's, and to get this far and beyond, you've got to be really good, really locked in, and a little lucky. And St. John's was on the precipice of being very unlucky with several situations. Number one, Davon Smith's shoulder injury. I mean, just a little tick here, a little tick there. He's on ice the rest of the season. I think you go back to the Big East tournament, Aaron Scott's thumb. Who knows? That thing bends 1/10 of an inch the wrong direction. He might be in a splint. He might be out. And then you just look at how they've been a little fortunate, and even with Kadari, who's been banged up. So I think that it's a good reflection on their conditioning, on their tenacity, on their heart. And I think all in all, there's no doubt that St. John's is ready to play today. They're going to come out like gangbusters.
There's been an effort to downplay in some circles, and the media certainly has it's made for some comical back pages, whether it be the Post, the Newsday, Daily News I have not seen, but the fact that it's Rick Pitino and John Calipari here, I think it's just a media thing, and it's something that makes for good print. But there are others that think that this is a major factor in this game.
Well, a major factor and major motivation are two very different things. And Rick said this the other day. Listen, I'm not taking a single shot. And he's right. It's the Razorbacks who are going to play better and win, or it's the Red Storm who's going to play better and win. What I do believe, and I was saying this on the show the other day with Sal, I do think Rick I think he's the best of all time, so I certainly think he's a better coach than Calipari, who's good. But I think that there's a better chance that St. John's will win today because of Rick than Arkansas winning because of Calipari. I just think there's a difference there, whether it's instinct, whether it's being able to quickly change things up.
The only thing to fear is fear itself. And so I think that because we have this opportunity, we just got to go all out, have an all-out effort, and we'll be fine.
Well, in St. John's, everyone's worried about the big guys. Our bigs have played so well, and they're not quite as big, but they're strong. But it seems like this is going to be a big game with the guards. Guards are going to be so critical in this game.
A lot of people like to say that guards win games. They got good guards with good size. Yeah. They're not big initially in the inside, but overall, because of the size of their bigs, guards and their wings, that gives them length, that gives them size. But I would say to you that Zuby has over 150 offensive rebounds. That's kind of Oscar Tshiebwe style numbers, right? So we understand what the struggle we're going to have with him in terms of trying to keep him off the glass. I think that is the X factor. The offensive glass will be the X factor in this game. This game will be won and lost in the trenches, which is the paint area. We got to keep these guys out of our house, make them play every yard. And some of their guys, we want to run them off the fence. So that's the mentality that our guys have for this game.
And speaking of the offensive rebounds, Trevin, 2 huge offensive rebounds. We got a bunch in the game against Kansas, but his 2 big offensive rebounds, and then he finished. He stuck them back. That was key when we were kind of struggling to score a little.
Absolutely it is. He's been amazing with his motor. Motor has been unbelievable. He and Jonas. I think Jonas got a big rebound, dunked it, missed a shot of his own, and tipped-dunked that back. He's playing with a different kind of spark, too. So we like our bigs, and we're going to obviously get something out of Zavon Amir this game. We know that we are. It's only a matter of time for him, and the time is now. So we like our inside against their inside. But again, they got really good guards. Player of the year in their league, Luis, unbelievable player. Really got a lot of respect for him. But once the game starts, all that respect's got to go out the window, and we got to trust that us being a top 20 defensive team will play a factor in what he does.
Every project is an opportunity, and every John Deere tractor is built for rising to the challenge. The Down-to-Earth package is built for breaking new ground. The Greenway Special is built for cutting time, not corners. And the Weekend Warrior is built for those who give it everything, even on their days off. It's your time and your land. Let Greenway help you make the most of it with 0% financing for 7 years. Visit gogreenway.com to get started. With approved credit, see dealer for details. Offer ends April 30th, 2025.
The electric cooperatives got its start lighting Arkansas, and we continue to meet that demand with every resource we can deliver. We're powering your life where you live every single day through one of 17 local cooperatives, each unique, always united, and in your community. Our mission? To provide reliable, affordable, and responsible power to every corner of Arkansas. It's the local hometown cooperative way, because we're better connected together. The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas.
There's more to come on the Razorback Courtside Show, presented by Visit Hot Springs and Oaklawn Hot Springs. Hit the jackpot soon with a road trip to Hot Springs and Oaklawn. This is the Razorback Sports Network. Courtside Show, presented by Visit Hot Springs and Oaklawn Hot Springs, continues with more of the West Rock Coffee pregame interview with Arkansas head coach John Calipari. Once again, with Coach Cal, here's Matt Zimmerman.
They hit about 6 threes a game, but they score most of their points off the drive. They're an attacking team.
Yeah, they are an attacking team. And I would say to you, because they have so much freedom and confidence, that a lot of guys, we can't look at their numbers, right? Their statistical numbers from the three. We got to play them all as capable shooters because of the confidence that they have. They're willing and capable of making those shots. So we got to play those guys to make shots from the three-point line. But as we do that, again, it's going to be a bump game, right? The team that wins the bump war will win this game. Because every time they drive, we're going to bump them and chest them. And every time we drive, we know that they're going to bump and chest us. So this game will be one, what I call the bump game.
Yeah, I love that, how you say that. And part of that is adjusting a little bit to the officials sometimes, because it's going to be 3 officials. They'll do a good job. They'll work hard, but we have to kind of adjust as well based on how it's called.
Well, we're going to hopefully make the referees adjust to us. The toughest team set the rules. So when we establish our toughness from the start of the game, then that'll dictate how they ref the game. We can't let St. John's be the tougher team, and then it's going to dictate how the game has been officiated on their side. So we want to strike first and be the tougher team, and we'll set the rules.
Yeah, and Coach, we've been winning the free throw battle. The last few games, we've been making more free throws than our opponents even shoot. That goes hand in hand with all that you're saying, getting to that line and making free throws.
A huge part of the game. That's, to me, would be the second part in winning or losing the game, whoever wins the free throw war, because they like to drive it and push foul pressure on teams. They get to the foul line. We want to be a team that drives it tonight and get to the foul line and put foul pressure on them. And as a result of that, we want to continue to have the streak that we're having in terms of shooting a high percentage from the free throw line and make those shots. In this type of game, in the NCAA tournament, you got to make your free throw.
Yeah. Last one, Coach. Kansas had to go some zone defense because they play all man-to-man generally, And, I know that sometimes St. John shows different things. Sometimes they press, sometimes they don't. What do you think we'll see out of their defense? Do you think we'll see any zone at all?
We're going to see pressing on made baskets, pressing on dead balls going forward, and also free throws. We're going to see pressing. I think he saved the zone that he normally plays for us. He didn't play any against Omaha. Probably didn't feel like he needed to show it, but we are definitely anticipating him playing some zone. How much zone? I'm not quite sure of that. But I think how we play offense against it will dictate and determine how much of the zone he plays. So we're prepared for it.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
That's Coach Chin Coleman on the Razorback pregame show.
Coming up, more of the Razorback Courtside Show presented by Visit Hot Springs and Oaklawn Hot Springs. Hit the jackpot soon with a road trip to Hot Springs and Oaklawn.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Experience luxury at Oaklawn Hot Springs, Arkansas, where the excitement never stops. Elevate your gaming experience at our world-class smoke-free casino and enjoy an unparalleled stay at our hotel. Find bliss at the Astral Spa, embark on culinary adventures, and witness the thrill of live thoroughbred racing through May 3rd. To book your experience, visit oaklawn.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
The unexpected happens every day. When it does, head to Kohl's and Kohl's.com for everything your family needs. Kohl's, where families come first. This is Arkansas basketball from Learfield.
This message is for Shauna, my mom, who just finished her high school diploma. I wanted to say I'm so proud of you for finishing school. You told me it's never too late to achieve your dreams. I hope to make you as proud as you have made me.
When you graduate, they graduate. Finish your high school diploma for you and for them. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Babes, what are you doing?
What? I'm just mowing the lawn.
No, it's blazing hot and dry out here. Don't you remember? Smokey Bear says.
Avoid using power equipment when it's windy or dry.
Where'd you learn this?
Oh, it's on
SmokeyBear.com with many other wildfire prevention tips.
Right. Thanks, Honey Bear.
Because remember, only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Still standing. We're playing pretty good.
Every game is going to be hard.
Just to prepare for every game like it should last.
Every play counts right now, so we're just trying to give it all we got.
The Razorbacks have survived.
We were 0-5. They put us all in the coffin.
They just didn't put the nails in.
Baseline drive, floats, no good. But how about Brazil to soar with a follow? Carter going to take it end to end to the rim, lays it up and in and one.
My hope is we're who we are and we can play our best.
It's not over. It ain't over.
On the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield, this is Arkansas basketball. Live play-by-play coverage of Razorback basketball in the NCAA tournament is brought to you by your Arkansas Ford dealers. Test drive the Ford F-150, official truck of the Razorbacks, at a dealer near you. By Coca-Cola, proud to be the official soft drink sponsor of the Razorbacks. UAMS Health, official orthopedics and sports medicine provider for the Razorbacks. Arkansas Blue Cross and Blue Shield, trusted by Arkansans for more than 75 years for reliable, affordable health insurance. Take good care, Arkansas. Summit Utilities, delivering natural gas to Razorback fans across Arkansas. Visit Hot Springs. Time for a road trip to Hot Springs, Arkansas. Learn more at hotsprings.org. By Sonic Drive-In. Sonic has been a proud sponsor of Razorback athletics for over 25 years. Live free. Eat Sonic. West Rock Coffee. Produced right here in Arkansas, West Rock is proud to be the official coffee sponsor sponsor of the Razorbacks. Arkansas Heart Hospital, dedicated to your heart. By First Security Bank. It's banking with people you know and people you know you can count on. First Security. Bank better. Oaklawn Hot Springs, Arkansas's only casino resort. Kubota, for Earth, for life. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Please drink responsibly. And by Shelter Insurance. For award-winning service, find an agent near you at shelterinsurance.com. Now to courtside in Providence with Matt Zimmerman. Here's the voice of the Razorbacks, Chuck Barrett.
Welcome back to the Big Dance as we greet you again from Amica Mutual Pavilion in Providence, Rhode Island. The Razorbacks and the Red Storm of St. John's on the verge of battling for the right to make a cross-country flight to San Francisco for a spot in the Sweet 16 next weekend. It's a big game for both teams. It's a big game for college basketball. John Calipari, Rick Pitino. But as I turn to my partner, longtime Razorback assistant Matt Zimmerman, ultimately, Z, it's about the players in those uniforms. They'll be the ones that go the longest way, perhaps, toward deciding the outcome of today's game.
Yeah, no doubt about it. They're going to be what's going to happen. They're going to make the shots. They're going to play the defense. They're going to get the rebounds. They're going to make the free throws. It's going to be a great game. St. John's had a great season, 31-4. That's impressive no matter what level you're playing at. They play in the Big East, a tough conference. But for the Razorbacks, you're playing your best basketball in March. The Hogs are clicking on all cylinders, playing a lot better. Even showed it in the SEC tournament, although we lost to Ole Miss. But the great win over Kansas, and the guys' confidence is really high.
The Razorbacks transfer players with NCAA tournament experience, they were the ones that showed the way on Thursday night. Jonas Adu, transfer from Tennessee, 22 points. John L. Davis, transfer from Florida Atlantic, 18 points. Those two have NCAA tournament experience. They were not awed by the moment Thursday night.
No, they really weren't, and they played so well. And even Trevin was the same way. He's been around a long time, but he's been hurt. He hadn't got to play in NCAA tournaments, but he played like a veteran player. Arkansas is not a young team. We do play 3 freshmen out of these 8-man rotation, but we've got some guys that are older. DJ's been around as well. He's an experienced sophomore, and this is a very, very dangerous Razorback team.
Thursday night marked the return of Boogie Fland. He had not played in 15 games. He went 24 minutes against the Jayhawks, had 6 points, 3 assists in the game, did not suffer a turnover. Cal said a little bit earlier on the courtside show, the shot for an injured player sometimes coming back, the shot is the last thing to come. They'd love to have some points, maybe some more from Boogie today.
Yeah, and he didn't knock a 3 down yet, but he can, and he will shoot more today. He'll shoot more freely today. He's had a couple more good practices since that game on Thursday night. I thought it was great that when he was maybe trying to fill things out, he got fouled. He got to go to the foul line. He made 2 free throws. We know he's a great free throw shooter. I think that helped him. He got his confidence up. He got a bounce in his step. He could be a big factor in this game.
Now the Razorbacks will again play without Adu Thero. This will be the 8th straight game that he's missed. There's been some talk he might be available during the NCAA tournament. It's not going to be today.
No, he's in street clothes. He's got on sweats, and he will not play today. But the Hogs were sure hoping that he could. But very happy with these 9 guys. And I think Big Savonimir, who hadn't been playing very well, maybe he can get back. We've seen him cook in a lot of important games this year. We've seen him play at a high level quite a bit. Maybe he can get back that today.
But you can't talk about the way the Razorbacks are playing right now without bringing up the name Trevin Brazil. 4 double-doubles in the last 5 games, 11 points, 12 rebounds against Kansas. It's almost like right now, Z, you just write a 10 or an 11 or 12 in the rebounds column next to Trevin's name because he's going to go get that for you.
Yeah, and really he's been having one great half. Ole Miss was one great half. Kansas was one great half. South Carolina was one great half. Mississippi State was one great half. What if he could pull together 2 great halves and that you might have a 26 points and 15 rebound game? That's what he's capable of. He's one of the most athletic players in all of the land, and he's a long 6'10 and a half. He's got super long length, and he's got when he plays hard, he can jump above everyone else and get all these rebounds.
Well, for those of you watching NCAA basketball today, the game you witnessed just a short time ago, Purdue beating McNeese State, played on this floor here in Providence. It's part of the Midwest Regional, but also part of the Providence Pod. So that ball game concluded about 10 minutes late. So we're going to start about 10 minutes beyond the scheduled time. Because we've got a few extra minutes, we're going to head into the Learfield studio. Zach DeBozart, who's just done a fantastic job for us all season long, has the task of monitoring the big dance. Let's check in with him for the latest. Zach?
Well, thanks very much, Chuck. Yeah, it is certainly a great day in college basketball. The second round, already one Sweet 16 ticket punched. You mentioned that with Purdue, and one more to be punched here on this floor in Providence. Arkansas and St. John's, that's the West region. That's the bottom left quadrant of your bracket if you're looking at it and trying to keep up, see where your picks are. This pod runs into the Wichita pod, which is Drake and Texas Tech. Now, they play 5-10 is the tip-off. They'll be the first game in Wichita. Drake, 31 wins on the season. Came off of a big upset over the 6th seed in that region, Missouri. And with the Texas Tech Red Raiders in front of them, Ben McCullum's their head coach. He's got this Drake team firing on all cylinders in just his second year, or just his first year in the program.
I expected exactly this. I expected them to compete. I brought winners with me. Like, that's what I brought. And, you know, I guess my superpower is finding winners, finding tough kids, and believing in them. And so I kind of expected this. I did. I'd be lying if I said I didn't. I know I've tried to be humble in other ones, but, man, I believe in these kids.
You have to imagine with Drake's proximity to Wichita, it'll be a very pro-Bulldog crowd, but Texas Tech travels as well. Again, 5-10 is that tip-off. Winner of that game gets the winner of ours, Arkansas and St. John's. Quick peek into the SEC Notebook, brought to you by Daspit Law Firm, the official injury lawyer of Razorback Athletics. SEC makes up a quarter of the teams still left in the tournament. Of the 32 teams, I guess you can call it 31 now with McNeese out, 8 of them belonging to the SEC Conference. Arkansas and 3 others are playing today, including the next game coming up. It's in Denver. It's the 4th seed Texas A&M and the 5th seed Michigan. Head coach Buzz Williams of the Aggies talking about the matchup with Michigan head coach Dusty May, who led Florida Atlantic to the Final Four last year.
Obviously, coach is a genius. He's had an unbelievable start to what will end up being a Hall of Fame career. He represents all that's right about college athletics. The notoriety he's deserving of, I think a lot of it comes from what they do offensively, and just from studying him prior to Florida Atlantic and then listening to all the podcasts that he does and things of that nature, you can tell there's a lot of uniqueness in how they play and how he has comprised his first roster at Michigan. You can see the influence of how he would like to play, and obviously I think they've done a great job thus far.
Again, that Texas A&M Michigan game, that's in the South region that is destined for Atlanta. 4:15 is the tip-off. Your other 2 SEC teams, they are in Lexington pods. It is the 1 seed in the South and the 2 seed in the Midwest. Auburn takes on Creighton. That's a 6:10 estimated tip, and when that game gets done 30 minutes after, it'll be the 2 seed Tennessee and the 7 seed UCLA in the Midwest region, destined for Indianapolis, where we already know Purdue is heading. We will see, is it Arkansas or is it St. John's heading for San Francisco in the West region? Let's take you back out to Providence. More of the Courtside Show. Here's Chuck and Z.
Zach, thank you so much. We are nearing tip-off time. Both teams have returned to their respective locker rooms. They'll be making their way back out onto the floor in just a few moments. Matt, in the few moments we have remaining, I want to go back to something you talked about with Chen Coleman a few moments ago. St. John's defense, that's where they hang their hat. We could see some zone. We're going to see a lot of pressure. It's going to be full court, and it's not going to be perhaps in the moments when we might traditionally see it.
Yeah, and he talked about it'll be in some obvious spots like after free throws or after a made basket sometime, different things, but you got to be prepared for handling the ball, and they play very hard. I'm hoping St. John's will be a little tired. They had to use a lot of energy against Omaha. It was a close game. They were behind a lot in the first half. They ended up winning the game by 30 in the second half. But St. John's, really, to me, plays 6 guys. They got 3 other guys that play 4, 5, 6, 7 minutes each. And so they rely on them to provide them some depth.
With all the national attention on the Calipari-Pitino matchup today, both sides feel like their head coach is what gives them the winning edge. Cal won his 58th NCAA tournament game on Thursday night. That's the most among active coaches in college basketball. Pitino's the same way. with St. John's. That is obviously going to be a matchup that the country's going to watch today.
Yeah, everybody's going to have interest in this. These are two coaches that have been Division I college head coaches for a lot of people's lives. They've been around, they've been watching these guys and coach at different schools, and not just at the ones they're at now. They're pretty new at the schools they're at right now. So this is going to be really interesting.
Well, it's almost time to begin. The starting lineups, the keys to the game, and basketball from Providence when we come back after this for Visit Hot Springs.
A lot of cities claim to be unique, but are they really? Were they the off-season playground for legends like Babe Ruth and Al Capone? Do they sell beer made from thermal spring water that comes straight from the ground below? Do any of these places have a street that has a gangster museum on one side of the road and a national park on the other? Let me go ahead and answer that for you. They don't, because none of them are Hot Springs, Arkansas. For more info, visit hotsprings.org.
Become a Razorback. Earn your degree from the University of Arkansas no matter where you live. Online students at the U of A receive the same high-quality education as on-campus students. Go to online.uark.edu to find a program that lets you advance your career or start a new one. The U of A Online. Apply now at online.uark.edu.
Look, you already know eating right and staying active make a big difference, but weight loss surgery could get you back in the game. Check out the Bariatric and Metabolic Institute at Encore Medical Center in Saline County, part of the Arkansas Heart Hospital team. Their bariatric experts can help you lose the extra weight, get off medications, manage diabetes, and more. Visit arheart.com/BMI now for details. That's arheart.com/BMI for weight loss surgery. Your ticket to better health.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back. CIO here, joined today by a very special guest from Sonic. It's the new Strawberry Mangonado Slush with Tahini. How are you, Slush? Well, I'm feeling sweet and tangy and a little spicy. Let's dive into that, because balancing sweetness and tanginess and spiciness is no easy feat. So true. It goes back to my childhood when... So, Slush had to go.
Discover the Strawberry Mango Nada Slush and more flavors in the Sonic app. Limited time only, participating Sonic drive-ins.
Loses the ball. Dwight Stewart. Allen to McDaniel. Arkansas wins the national championship.
West Region coverage of Arkansas and the Division I Men's Basketball Championship continues in a moment on the Razorback Sports Network. Tip-off is moments away. Here's John Calipari's Starting Five, presented by Shelter Insurance. For award-winning service, find an agent near you at shelterinsurance.com.
John L. Davis, DJ Wagner, and Carter Knox will be the Razorback starting guards today. Nelly had 18 points against Kansas, 4 straight free throws inside the final minute of that ball game to help seal the deal. DJ was great as well, 14 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists in the game, and Carter Knox, 6 points, 3 rebounds against Kansas. The freshman from Tampa averaging just under 8 points per ball game, 3 rebounds per contest. But it was the two big men that really helped the Razorbacks put away the Jayhawks. Jonas Adu, 6'11", grad transfer from Tennessee, 22 points, 5 rebounds against Kansas, 3 double-doubles in the last 6 ball games. And Trevin Brazil, the 6'10 junior out of Springfield, Missouri, 4 double-doubles in the last 5 games, 11 points, 12 rebounds on Thursday night against Kansas. This is what Rick Pitino's starting lineup will look like. They'll start 3 guards as well: Kaderi Richmond, Simeon Wilcher, and R.J. Lewis. Now, Lewis is the Big East Player of the Year and a second-team All-America. He averages 18.5 points, 7 rebounds per contest. He had 22 and 8 against Omaha on Thursday night. Now, Richmond is a transfer from Seton Hall. He was all Big East at Seton Hall, and he's all Big East at St. John's. He had a line of 10, 8, and 6 against Omaha, so he's a good player, too. And we mentioned Simeon Wilcher. Wilcher's a sophomore, averages 8 points, 2 rebounds. He's had 13 double-doubles this season. Their big men are Aaron Scott and Zuby Ejiofor. Now, Ejiofor 6'9". He's a transfer from Kansas, averages 14.5 points, 8 rebounds per ball game. He was a first-team All-Big East selection, also voted the most improved player in the Big East Conference, so he'll be a handful. And Scott is a 6'7" transfer from North Texas, 8.5 points, a little over 4 rebounds per contest. He had 6 points and 7 boards in their win over Omaha. Time now for the keys to the game, brought to you by Summit Utilities. Summit's proud to deliver reliable energy across the Razorback Nation. To learn more, visit summitutilities.com.
Attack the paint. As Coach Coleman said, that's going to be a big factor. What happens inside that paint? Razorbacks have got to push the ball in transition when you get an opportunity and win the free throw battle. Very important against a physical team like the Johnnies.
Now, the Johnnies are the higher seed. They're the number 2 seed, so they will wear the home white uniforms. The Razorbacks, as the number 10 seed, wearing the road red, as they did on Thursday night in that win over Kansas. Our officials are Tony Padilla, Lamar Simpson, and Bart Lennox. And before we begin, let's pause 10 seconds to allow our stations to identify themselves. This is the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield. Our first half tip-off is brought to you by Qual Choice Health Insurance. Power is having a choice, and Qual Choice offers the best value in health insurance for Arkansas businesses. Call him for a quote, see how much our new rates can save you. We've got a pretty good collection of Razorback fans behind us. More St. John's red than Razorback red in the building. Not too far from New York. And you can hear the Johnny fans in the background, but they've got to play the Razorbacks today. The Hogs are ready to go, and we are set for basketball. It will be Ejiofor and Adu to jump center. Purdue has beaten McNeese to earn a spot in the Sweet 16. The winner of this one heads to San Francisco next week. The game's underway, and it is Arkansas that controls the opening tip. The Razorbacks will move from our right to left in the first half. St. John's man-to-man. Wagner dribbles left side, out near the logo, gets to the foul line, throws it up on the run, no good. Rebound pulled away by Richmond. St. John's in transition. Richmond all the way down the floor, might have gotten away with a travel, turned it over anyway. Bad pass picked out of the air by Wagner. The Razorbacks have the basketball. Right side, Nelly in the lane to the rim, throws it up, gets it to go. John L. Davis on the run. Right away, Z, we see Arkansas attacking the basket.
Yep, exactly. Number 1 key, driving and getting in that paint. Hogs are 2 for 2 doing it.
2-0 Razorbacks, 45 seconds in. St. John's in the half court. Ejiofor at the high post. Needs someone to come to him. So far, no one has. Now Wilcher drives the right side of the lane, cut off, gives it away to Scott. They're going to drop it down low. Ejiofor partially blocked by Adu, and they're going to call a foul on Jonas. Got him down around the elbow, and that'll mean 2 shots for Zuby Ejiofor, 6'9" junior out of Garland, Texas.
He posts so low. His butt was so low to the ground, and it was a little bit tough for Jonas because Jonas is much, much longer than him. He can't score over the top of Jonas.
19:01 to play in the first half. Hogs out to a 2-0 lead. Ejiofor at the line for a pair. First one's up, and it's good. Ejiofor is a 70% free throw shooter. Had 10 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists from his low post position in their win over Omaha. He's got one more free throw coming. Takes a long time after getting the basketball, puts it up, it rattles around, it drops home, and the game's tied at 2. Just underway from Providence. Arkansas anticipates pressure a good bit from St. John's today in the backcourt. We might see some zone. Kansas threw a little zone at the Razorbacks Thursday night. Hogs in the half court. Adu at the high post, dribble handoff, Knox, knocked away. St. John's out of there with it. Ejiofor runs the floor, drops it low. Richmond missed the layup. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Johnnies. St. John's missed a chance, and they'll throw it in off the baseline. They'll reset the shot clock at 20.
Richmond's had 2 chances to score. He's got his left hand all bandaged up, and he had a wide open layup or dunk, and he spun it weird, missed it.
So Richmond will be the trigger man off the baseline for St. John's. 2-2-hour score, 1:20 gone. Looks for a cutter, baseline. Wilcher passed on the jumper, kicks it back out to Ejiofor. He'll hand it off to Kadari Richmond. The Johnnies go to work. Richmond crosses Adu over, gets down the lane, and lays it up and in. They had the mismatch. Yep. Adu trying to defense the guard, couldn't do it. St. John's is up 4-2. Wagner beats him to the rim the other way. Finds Knox open in the corner. His three-pointer no good, but Brazil with a one-hand flush for a follow. The rebound batted to Trevin. He throws it down, and we're tied at 4.
Yep, great athletic play by Trevin. There's a difference in athletic ability, but St. John's is strong.
Ejiofor out high, guarded by Adu. Dribble handoff, driving down the lanes. Lewis, he missed the runner. Rebound pulled away by Arkansas. Knox to the other end. Fouled on his way to the rim. He couldn't get the shot to go, but he drew the foul. He'll head to the free throw line. They get Kadari Richmond for the foul. And it'll be Arkansas at the line for a pair.
Wow, how about Trevin Brazil? Jonas almost was on the back, but he tipped the ball. After Carter had missed the 3, he tipped it really smartly, and it went right to Trevin Brazil, and he caught it and just dunked it so hard.
So here's Carter Knox to the line for 2 shots. 4-4-hour score. The first one from Carter is good. Boy, Knox has really picked it up from the foul line. He's made 23 of his last 27 now. He's given the Razorbacks a 5-4 lead, and they'll have one more. Freshman out of Tampa, the second one rattles around, it drops home 2, and the Razorbacks have a 2-point lead. St. John's gets it in the backcourt. Hogs show a little bit of pressure off the made free throw, and Richmond will bring it up. Nelly defends him at the midcourt stripe. Kadari Richmond, left side on the wing. Open shooter for 3, no good from Scott. Brazil pulls away the rebound. Hogs run in transition. Nelly for 3, and it's good. John L. Davis from the left wing, and the Razorbacks are up 9-4.
Yeah, let's stretch this out. And Patino doesn't really know what to do because he's always been the tougher, more athletic team. He's not today.
It's a 7-0 run for the Razorbacks. Ejiofor, their big fella, mans the point. Dribble handoff, Wilcher, top of the circle. Down the lane, cut off, loose ball on the floor. Jump ball call. The arrow favors St. John's. They'll keep it on their end of the floor with 12 on the shot clock. Hey, it's being brought to you today by Summit Utilities. They know your Razorback pride runs deep, and theirs does too. And so does their commitment to caring for the communities around the state. To learn more, visit summitutilities.com. Hogs are up 9-4, 17-11 to play in the first half. St. John's throws it in off the baseline. Richmond will drop it in over on the far side of the floor. Ejiofor, nice spin move to the rim, and Zuby Ejiofor lays it in with a left hand. Ejiofor with a basket makes it a 9-6 ball game. He's got 4 early ones for St. John's. Razorbacks in the front court now. Dribble handoff, Adu to John L. Davis. Davis dribbles left side around Ejiofor, gets baseline, cut off, kicks it out. Brazil's open. 3-pointer from Trevin, no good. Adu with the offensive rebound, but they knocked it away. Lewis comes out of there with it. He'll go end to end to the rim. Runner won't go. Brazil's back to get the rebound. Trevin runs the floor, and the Hogs have it quickly across the timeline. They lead it 9-6, 16:25 to play in the first half. Brazil out high, away in the corner. Nelly for three, rims out, no good. Knox with a follow. It won't go, but he drew the foul. The Razorbacks on the offensive glass early. Knox will head to the free throw line at the 16-18 mark. Already 3 offensive rebounds for Arkansas.
Yeah, and St. John's is lucky they're not down. Bunch more. Nelly, wide open 3. Carter had an open 3. But the Hogs are attacking these missed shots. And how about R.J. Lewis Jr., the MVP of the Big East? He's been a non-factor here in the first 4 minutes.
First free throw by Knox is good. Razorbacks lead it by 4. Carter now 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Substitution for St. John's. Lewis checks out.
I wonder if he's hurt, because they're looking at him, and they take him out early.
Ruben Prey comes in as Knox makes both free throws. Razorbacks by 5, 11-6. Prey's a 6'10 freshman from Portugal. He'll give it away outside to Richmond. Left side on the wing. Kadari Richmond pulls up, foul line jumper in and out, no good. Rebound batted away. St. John's out of there with it. Scott to the rim, missed the shot. Ejiofor blocked by Knox. Loose ball tied up, and we're going to have a jump ball that goes to Arkansas. Interior defense from the Razorbacks, and the jump ball will give the Hogs the basketball in the backcourt. Knox with a big block. And it's going to be the Razorbacks ball when we come back. Hey, it's time for a road trip, and you can hit the jackpot with a trip to Hot Springs National Park, Arkansas, and its #1 attraction, Oaklawn Hot Springs. To plan your next trip, visit hotsprings.org and oaklawn.com. 15:55 to play in the first half. Razorbacks are up 11-6. Now this for Qual Choice.
What is power? Power can mean different things. For a business, it's offering competitive benefits while also controlling expenses. At Qual Choice, it's being part of a Fortune 50 insurer. For you, it's simple. Power is having choices. This year, ask for a Qual Choice quote and see how much our new rates can save you. Make the right choice. Choose Qual Choice.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Jan from Toyota here. Feeling cooped up from winter? Well, now until March 31st is the perfect time for a new Toyota, like Camry, Grand Highlander, and more. So you can get back out there and do the things you love, like hitching up the boat to a tundra for a lake day.
I haven't water skied in a long time.
Live out your spring fantasies with a new Toyota. Come in today.
Go from dreaming it to driving it. Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
15:55 to play in the first half. Arkansas leading St. John's 11-6. This broadcast of the NCAA Division I Men's Basketball Championship is authorized under broadcast rights granted by the NCAA through Westwood One. It is intended solely for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any reproduction, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the NCAA and Westwood One is strictly prohibited. The Razorbacks 3 of 7 out of the gate, Z. St. John's 2 of 9, and they've missed 6 of their last 7.
Yeah, the problem for St. John's is they can't score inside the paint. We know they're not a great shooting team. They do make 6 threes on average per game, but they don't have a good percentage. But they do most of their damage on the drives, and then the big boys scoring down low. The Hogs' length is an issue.
It's being brought to you in part today by Harps, where they greet you with a smile. They ask if they can help you, and they let you know you're welcome in their store. Harps is hometown fresh. R.J. Lewis, the Big East Player of the Year, still on the St. John's bench.
They taped him up.
They're going to pressure in the backcourt. Hogs throw it in. Knox tosses it into Brazil. The Razorbacks look to break the St. John's press, and they do so with 15:49 to go. Leading by 5. Wagner right side in the front court. Adu pops out, dribble handoff, Knox, ball fake, gets to the elbow, now to the rim, it goes and one. Carter Knox with 6 early points. He's given Arkansas a 7-point advantage, and he's going to head to the free throw line to try to make it 8.
Yeah, they're going to have to get that guard off of him. He can't guard him, and that's Simeon Wilcher. He is wearing Wilcher out, driving right through him. And Rick Pitino knows he's got to take him out, and the kid's mad. The kid knows, and you like your opponent to be frustrated.
Davon Smith will replace him. Smith's only 6 feet. He played for Mississippi State once. He's played for about 4 schools, most recently Utah. He's a senior. Savonimir Visic comes in for the Razorbacks. Jonas Adu will check out. And now Lewis is back in for St. John's, and he'll replace Aaron Scott. So Knox to the line to try to make it a 14-6 ball game. The free throw is up. It is good, and Arkansas leads it by 8 with 15:39 to play. Carter Knox, 7 early points, 5 of 5 at the foul line. The Johnnies in the half court. Richmond handles it out front, guarded by John L. Davis. Ejiofor, their big man, comes to the high post a lot. Dribble handoff Smith. Away in the corner, Richmond drives the baseline, cut off. Shot clock at 5. Top of the circle, Lewis for 3, no good. Tipped up and in by Ruben Prey. The 6'10 freshman with a tip in. It's 14-8.
As he just came in the ball game, he was right there. He's got to hammer that kid and box out.
5 minutes in, the Razorbacks lead it by 6. Brazil out high to Knox. Carter feeling it, tries a 3, barely caught iron, no good. Richmond with a rebound. St. John's runs into the lane, to the rim with a finger roll. Lewis missed it, but it's tipped up and in by Ejiofor. The follow by the big man, and St. John's is within 4.
He almost had an inbound violation. Carter kind of stepped forward right to the line.
14:35 to go. Billy Richmond's at the scorer's table. Knox gets around Ejiofor with a left hand, floats in the lane, no good. Rebound batted out to Richmond. St. John's runs ahead to Ejiofor down the lane. It goes and one. Zuby Ejiofor runs the floor. They call Brazil for the foul. St. John's is within 1. Ejiofor could make it, or they're within 2. Ejiofor could make it 1. Adu's back in for Ivisic, and Richmond is in for Carter Knox.
Yeah, it was a tough drive there on the fast break, but we shot it a little bit early. They were able to get out. DJ kind of took a tough shot. We were kind of needing probably a little better shot. He could make that, but it was a tough one.
So here's Zuby Ejiofor at the line. 14:23 to play in the half. St. John's within 2 now. Ejiofor's free throw is good, and it's a 1-point ball game. 14-13. Ejiofor's off to a good start. He's got 9 to lead St. John's. They pressure in the backcourt. Hogs get it into Davis. He's going to work across the timeline against Lewis with 14:18 to play. Razorbacks by 1. Nelly picks up his dribble. Adu comes way out on the floor. He'll give it away right side to Wagner. Back to Davis. John L. left side of the lane with a left hand no. Tipped by Adu won't go, and Lewis gets the rebound. St. John's could grab the lead on this trip. They're on a 7-0 run right now. Smith out high. Leaves it between the circles for Kaderi Richmond. Guarded by Wagner. Gets a screen to the foul line. Pick and pop. Ejiofor, top of the circle. 3 won't go. Brazil with a rebound. Already 3 boards for Trevin. Hogs have it with 13:40 to play in the half, leading at 14-13. DJ loses his man, floats in the lane from the key, no good. Fight for the rebound, batted out to Lewis. Hogs have missed some runners in the lane. Davon Smith pulls up at the top of the circle, away to Richmond. He'll try a 3. It rims out, no good. Billy Richmond bats the rebound out on the floor, and John L. Davis picks it up. Hogs have numbers, 3 on 2. Adu down the lane. It won't go, but he draws the foul. It hung on the rim before bouncing away, and Jonas will head to the line for 2 shots.
Richmond's a good player. He looks really tired. He was the 10th man coming down the floor, and he looked exhausted. They threw him the ball, and he launched a three-pointer. It wasn't close, and the rebound came back to him. He's exhausted over there. This pace is too much for him.
They're going to get him out of the ball game. Vince Iwachukwu, a 7-1 transfer, is about to come in the ball game. Adu at the line first, however. Free throws up, it rattles around and falls home. It touched every part of the rim before it finally fell through the basket. Ejiofor goes out. Ichukwu is in for him. One more free throw for Jonas Adu. Hogs by 2. Adu with his first point of the game. He had 22 the other night. And now Lefteris Leopopoulos will come in, freshman from Greece. He'll replace Prey with 13:13 to go. One more for Jonas. 6'11" grad transfer out of Durham, North Carolina. The second free throw is good, and the Razorbacks have a 3-point lead, 16-13. Boogie Flange checked in for the Razorbacks as well. So Fland and Nelly and Billy Richmond will play in the backcourt with Brazil and Adu down low. St. John's with the basketball. Leotopoulos handles it outside with 13 to shoot. Away right side, Iwuchukwu hands it off to Lewis. Works on Richmond. Robert Lewis, baseline with a left hand, won't go. Adu had the rebound, but it bounced off Richmond's head out of bounds. Hogs had it, lost the ball as Knox comes back in, and Brazil will get a breather. Only 4.8 to shoot. Well, they reset the shot clock now. They were a little late doing that, so they reset the shot clock at 20. 12:48 to play. Hogs by 3. Smith will throw it in out of the corner. Davon Smith drops it into R.J. Lewis. 12:45 to play. Lewis out of New York City gives it away to Iwuchukwu. Dribble handoff, Smith down the lane. Scott had it. Nelly tied him up, but the arrow favors St. John's. So they'll keep it, but they've only got 8 seconds to shoot. Hogs by 3, 16-13.
Scott, they got like 4 guys, their hands all bandaged up. This is a hurt St. John's team.
Smith will throw it in off the baseline. Lewis, baseline, 8-footer, rims out, no good, out of bounds off St. John's. It'll be Arkansas's basketball in the backcourt. It's being brought to you in part today by Edward Jones. Life happens. You can't predict the unexpected, but you can prepare. Your Edward Jones financial advisor can help you with that. Call him at 1-800-ED-JONES. Edward Jones, member SIPC. Hogs with the ball up 3. Richmond in the half court. Away at the high post to Adu. Handoff, Nelly. Three-pointer from the right wing, no good. Davon Smith, high for St. John's to get the board. He's going to go end-to-end. Lewis blocked by Richmond at the rim. Loose ball on the floor. Fland had it, throws it out to Richmond, and the Hogs come out of there with a basketball. Great hustle by Boogie Fland. Richmond end-to-end the other way. Blocked by Scott. The Johnny's out of there with it. Leotopoulos. They drop it down low. Iwuchukwu rushed the shot at the low block and missed it. Boogie out of there with a rebound. Hogs in transition. Nelly to the rim. Layup good from John L. Davis. And Rick Pitino wants a timeout. St. John's has not scored nearly 3 minutes. The Razorbacks have opened up an 18-13 lead. Timeout on the floor. Back after this from First Security Bank.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
We'll return to Providence for continuing coverage of the Hogs and the NCAA tournament in 60 seconds.
You say you never give in to a meltdown and never fill your feed with kid photos. You say you'd never put a pacifier in your mouth to clean it and never let them run wild through the grocery store. So when you say you'd never let them get into a car without you there, no, it can happen. 1 in 4 hot car deaths happen when a kid gets into an unlocked car and can't get out. Never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council. The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
11:42 to play in the first half. The Razorbacks leading St. John's 18-13. They'll be ready for you post-game at the Catfish Hole. The Catfish Hole serves the highest quality farm-raised catfish, hand-breaded chicken tenders, the best hush puppies anywhere. Great locations in Fayetteville and Alma. And they now serve beer and wine at their Fayetteville location. Arkansas, 5 of 16 from the floor, 31%. St. John's, though, 5 of 20, 25%. Razorbacks have been out-rebounded early on, 14-12. They got some offensive rebounds early, Z. St. John's, though, 7 offensive boards to 4 for the Razorbacks. They're +2 in second-chance points. I know John Calipari, Kenny Payne, that staff, they'd like to seal off that offensive glass.
Yeah, if we can do that, then you really got a much better chance to win this game. They're bigs to me. I thought they were going to be a little better. They're long and athletic. Now, their big kid, 24, he is really, really good, but he can't play all 40 minutes. And when they got to go to the bench, they don't have as good of players. And their guards, to me, are a little bit, it's early. It's way early, but they look a little bit intimidated by these Razorback pressure.
It's being brought to you in part today by Coca-Cola and Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Crisp, refreshing, irresistibly tasty. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Well, try and decide. Hogs pressure in the backcourt. St. John's throws it in with the Razorbacks up by 5. St. John's has not scored in almost 3 minutes. Racing into the front court, Davon Smith. Wagner's out there for Arkansas. Richmond, Knox. Jonas Adu on the floor along with Boogie Fland. Smith got away with a carry. Blatant on the right side. He stumbled. Lefteris Leopopoulos handles it out front. Boogie bumped him. They call Fland for the foul, just the third against the Razorbacks. That was with 6 on the shot clock. So St. John's will get a fresh 20. They'll throw it in, and we've got another timeout on the floor. It's being brought to you in part by Ballpark. Whether you're cheering for the Razorbacks in the arena or at home, you can enjoy the great taste of Ballpark beef hot dogs made with 100% beef. Ballpark's the official hot dog of the Razorbacks. 11:18 to play in the half. Arkansas by 5. Now this for Summit Utilities.
At Summit Utilities, we're more than just your gas bill. We're also your neighbors, and we're here to help, just like your neighbors do. Account-related questions, aid in setting up a payment plan, or assistance with rebate processing to help you save money on a new water heater. We've got you. At Summit, we're the keepers of the flame, making sure you have hot meals, warm baths, and a cozy home, providing you with energy that's there when and where you need it. Summit Utilities. Comfort delivered.
Hey Razorback fans, Chuck Barrett here with exciting news. Harp's Food Stores has been serving our community for 95 years. They're not just another chain store. They're our hometown heroes. Harp's is a local legend, offering fresh produce, quality meats, and game day essentials. As a diehard Razorback, I choose Harp's because they're part of our rich Arkansas heritage. Every visit feels like coming home. Support Razorback Nation. Choose Harp's Food Stores, locally owned for 95 years. Shop Harp's. Support our community. Harp's, hometown fresh.
The Hog Call, the siren song of the Cardinal and White. It's thousands of voices raising to a fever pitch before tip-off, and a clear warning for any foe that dares get in their way. Ford knows that strong traditions start with leadership, like Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks, 48 years straight. Drive F-150, official truck of the Razorbacks, only at your Arkansas Ford dealer, based on 1977 to 2024 total sales.
11:18 to play in the first half. The Razorbacks with an 18-13 lead. Carter Knox and John L. Davis, 7 points apiece. Adu and Brazil, 2 apiece. Fland, Wagner, Richmond, they've all played, not scored yet. On the other side, Zuby Ejiofor has been a one-man gang. 9 of their 13 points scored by the big fella.
And he had to go out. He got tired. He's still out. They've not checked him in. And without him, they don't really have anything on the inside. And their Big East Player of the Year, he looks timid. I don't know if he's hurt. He's been taped up. He's been untaped. But he looks timid. Our guys' defense is bothering all of these St. John's guys except for their big guy.
John Calipari right now has essentially 4 guards and Big Z on the floor. St. John's is not a real tall team. Arkansas can go quicker. Knox, Fland, Richmond, DJ Wagner, and Big Z are on the floor right now for the Razorbacks. The winner advances to San Francisco. It would be the 4th Sweet 16 in the last 5 years for Arkansas. Sadiku Ibn Ayo is in for St. John's, and he's going to throw it in just to the left of us. Aaron Scott's out there. Leotopoulos still on the floor. Davon Smith. Iwuchikwu's on the floor. And again, Zuby Ejiofor still on the St. John's bench. In the half court, Smith leaves it at the top of the circle. Scott, ball fake, gets to the elbow, missed the jumper badly. Rebound out of bounds right in front of us, and it's going to belong to Arkansas. It'll belong to the Razorbacks with 11:06 to go.
Yeah, good defense again. Just keep him in front of you. St. John's is not shooting the ball at all today. So just contain him, and when he jumps, like right there, Scott jumped, they really contested it. He bricked it.
11 minutes to play in the half. Hogs with the ball up 5. Wagner, right side, Boogie Fland at the elbow, kicks it out front to DJ. 15 on the shot clock. Wagner guarded between the circles by Davon Smith. DJ, right side on the wing, Fland gets to the elbow, pull-up jumper from Fland, no good. High to get the rebound, Aaron Scott for St. John's, and then a foul in the backcourt on Arkansas. They're going to get Zvonimir Visic for a foul in the backcourt. That's the 4th foul on Arkansas. Zuby Ejiofor is coming back in for St. John's, and John Calipari immediately goes to Jonas Adu for Arkansas. So Big Z goes out. 10:39 to play in the half. Hogs are up 18-13. They'll pressure in the backcourt a bit.
Big Z
returning for St. John's now, R.J. Lewis. Lewis will replace Ayo.
Big Z got in 5 minutes right there. That's more than he's been playing here lately, so pretty good stretch.
Only played 4 against Kansas the other night. Smith will throw it in, tosses it into Scott. Hogs show a little token pressure. Now they drop back. Smith brings it across the timeline. Razorbacks man-to-man. Scott at the top of the circle to Ejiofor. Dribble handoff, Smith open in the corner. Scott for 3. It rattles away, no good. Ejiofor had the rebound, but St. John stepped out of bounds. Lewis and Ejiofor battling for possession. Lewis ended up with it, but his foot was on the baseline.
Yeah, we want Scott to keep shooting it. He's now 0 for 5, but they're contesting his shots. He's pulled his jersey out now. He's mad.
10-10 to go. Hogs by 5. In the half court, Wagner works against Smith. Bounce pass right side, Carter Knox. Knox has had a good start. Left side, Wagner for 3, short, no good. Leotopoulos with a rebound. He'll turn and sprint up the floor. Leaves it for Smith with 9:55 to go. Davon Smith down the lane. Foul to go into the basket. They're going to call Adu for the foul. And that'll mean free throws for St. John's. 2nd on Jonas. 5th on the Razorbacks. It'll be 2 shots for Davon Smith.
Yeah, Jonas is kind of smiling and laughing. Smith is little. And he went in there against 2 big guys, and they just decided to reward him and call one of them for a foul.
6-footer at the line for a pair. First one's high off the back of the iron, no good. Smith's only a 66% free throw shooter. Yeah. Trevin Brazil's back in for the Razorbacks. Jonas Adu will go out. 9:54 to play. Arkansas leading at 18-13. One more free throw for Smith. 1 dribble. Second free throw's good this time, and St. John's is within 4. That breaks a scoring drought for the Johnnies that had stretched to 4.5 minutes. Wagner brings it up with 9:45 to go. Hogs by 6. Or pardon me, by 4. They got the scoreboard wrong. It's an 18-14 ball game. Richmond in the corner.
We'll keep it like that, 19-13. I don't think they know what they're doing.
Baseline drive. Wagner kicks it away. Left side on the wing flan. Passed on the jumper. 3 to shoot. 2 to shoot. Richmond down the lane, and he floats it up and in. Billy with a shot clock winding down. Hogs back up by 6. It's 20-14 with 9:15 to go. Richmond with his first basket of the day. Smith on the other end. Forced a 3 from the left side. No good. Scott got the offensive board. The follow, no good. Smith inside again. No good. Knocked away. Arkansas out of there with it. Brazil got the rebound ultimately, and then St. John's fouled him. The Razorbacks tough inside. They get Davon Smith for the foul. And it'll be Arkansas's ball in the backcourt with 9:01 to play.
Smith plays hard, but he's little, and he just keeps shooting the ball. The other one that keeps shooting it is Scott. He can't make anything. It's because of the Razorbacks' defense. I'm telling you, St. John's is frustrated. They're mad at each other, and the Hogs' defense is doing it.
Arkansas has held them to 19% from the floor. 5 for 26. 8:50 to play in the first half. Nelly drives the right side, gives it away to Brazil. Handoff Wagner. DJ down the lane, off the glass, gets it to go. Wagner with a basket, and the Razorbacks have made it an 8-point lead with 8.5 to play. St. John's trying to answer. Leotopoulos with the 3 from the right wing, no good. Brazil with a rebound. Hogs on a run right now. Richmond lost it momentarily, got it back, gives it away now to John L. Davis. Shot clock at 17 for Arkansas. They lead it by 8, 22-14. Wagner to Brazil at the top of the circle. Trevin looked for Richmond on a back cut, not open. Trevin with 5 to shoot. Gonna have to launch a 3-pointer. Rims out, no good. Lewis with a rebound for St. John's, and Nelly fouled him. John L. Davis with a foul on the rebound. That's the 6th foul on Arkansas. So St. John's is going to have the ball when we come back. The Johnnies have not made a field goal in 6.5 minutes. There's 7:58 to play in the first half. Arkansas is up 22-14, and we're back after this for UAMS Health.
My name is Trevin Brazil. I'm a power forward for the Arkansas Razorbacks. The fan base is crazy in a good way. They always bring energy. We would struggle in games without them. As soon as I got injured, I knew I was probably going to have to, get some type of surgery. Immediately I just kind of put all my trust in UAMS. Knowing that we have doctors always around during the game, it makes you feel good because, if anything happens, they're always right there.
UAMS Health, the official orthopedics and sports medicine provider for Razorback Athletics.
You're listening to Razorback Basketball in the Division I Men's Basketball Championship from Learfield.
.58 to play in the first half. St. John's has missed their last 13 shots. Arkansas leads at 22-14, and our game update is brought to you by UAMS Health. They're proud to be the official orthopedics and sports medicine provider for the Razorbacks. With locations throughout the state, do what the Hogs do and trust your care to UAMS Health. St. John's 5 of 27 from the floor. The Razorbacks only 33% themselves, 7 for 21. Highland Dairy 3-pointer update. Get a splash of fresh flavor with dairy products from Highland Dairy. Razorbacks 1 for 8. St. John's 0 for 7. Arkansas 7 of 7 at the foul line. And I don't know about what you think, Z, but they're letting them bang inside. And right now, with Arkansas having the bigger team, that benefits the Razorbacks.
Absolutely it does. They're not very big. And, their big kid's doing a really good job. Big Zuby, he's battling. But they should have took him out. They took him out. He got stiff, and he's not done anything since he's came back. So, the legend over there, Patino, kind of that's a bad move taking that guy out, and the Hogs took advantage.
Out of the timeout, 4 guards in Brazil. Nelly, Knox, Richmond, DJ Wagner, and Trevin Brazil. Hogs are going to pressure in the backcourt. Davon Smith will throw it in for St. John's. He gets it in, and here we go. Arkansas by 8. St. John's just wanting a basket right now. Aaron Scott gives it away to Leotopoulos out high. The freshman with a bounce pass to Smith. Shot clock at 13. Leotopoulos at the elbow. Pull-up jumper. Rims out. No good. Follow by Lewis is up and in. That breaks the drought for St. John's. Arkansas still had a hand in the shooter's face, but they didn't get a body on R.J. Lewis. 22-16. 7:25 to go. St. John's has been man-to-man throughout. Nelly out high, leaves it now at the logo for DJ Wagner. Brazil pops out, knocked away by Ejiofor, and he knocked it off Trevin out of bounds. Hogs turn it over. We talked about turnovers in the pregame. That's the third committed by the Razorbacks. 2 for St. John's. Nelly checks out. Boogie Flange back in. 7:16 to play. 22-16 Razorbacks. St. John's throws it in at midcourt. Smith mans the point, gives it away now to Aaron Scott. The Johnnies weave beyond the arc. Leotopoulos drives the left side of the paint, gets to the rim, missed the shot. Knox tried to save it from going out of bounds, but the official said he had a foot on the baseline.
Chuck, it's real interesting what Patino's doing with these guys that he's letting play, these bench guys that can't score, and he's letting them eat the clock up. But he's also letting them shoot it a lot, and they're like 0 for 8 combined, these bench guys of his. But he looks good in his suit, but his team is struggling.
7:02 to play in the first half. Hogs are up by 6. Smith will throw it in off the baseline. Fresh shot clock at 20. Lewis gets free on the baseline, feeds Ejiofor in the lane. Ejiofor couldn't get a shot away. They passed on an open jumper. Now they got to go to work. 10 to shoot. Lewis in the lane, missed the shot. Rebound pulled away by Scott. Kicks it out front, and Leotopoulos drains a 3. St. John's kept it alive on the offensive glass. They're within 3, 22-19. They've got 13 offensive rebounds to Arkansas's 4. That's an issue right now. Razorbacks on the other end. Brazil in the paint, missed the shot, drew the foul. Little hesitation at the elbow by Trevin, but then he decided to go to the rim. Davon Smith commits the foul, and Brazil's going to shoot twice.
Well, that's that athleticism right there. The fourth-year player from Springfield. He just jumped over everybody, elevated, and kept his shoulders strong to the basket. It gave him a chance to make a great play and drew the foul on Smith.
This will be the first free throw attempt of the ball game for Brazil. Trevin, so good against Kansas Thursday night. 11 points, 12 rebounds. First free throw high off the back of the iron, no good. He'll have one more. Brazil's a 54% free throw shooter.
6 fouls each.
This one to push the Razorback lead out to 4. Missed them both. Richmond got the rebound, though, and put it back up and in. Billy Richmond, right place, right time. Hogs get 2 points on that trip anyway, lead at 24-19.
That's huge, Chuck. That's a big play by Billy.
St. John's has dominated the offensive glass, but the Hogs got a big one there. Leotopoulos on the other end, passed on the layup. They kick it out to Smith. He missed the three-pointer, and we've got a foul on the rebound. We've got a foul on the rebound, and they're going to call that against St. John's, I think.
Yeah. They're
calling it against the Johnnies, and Arkansas is going to get the ball in the backcourt. They've got a few things to sort out, evidently. Across the way, they're headed toward the middle of the court. Patino's working him. Cal's working him. The clock stopped with 6:10 to play. Patino way down on the Arkansas end of the floor, and Bart Lennox says, head back to your end. Our vantage points across the floor from the officials, they are looking at something.
I think a foul on Trevin, maybe.
They've called the foul, at least according to our monitor, they have called a foul on Brazil, which stops the clock with 6:10 to play. And they are looking at a replay review across the floor from us. They've stopped the clock with Arkansas leading 25-19. St. John's has missed 16 of their last 18 shots, and they'd welcome a kind whistle right now.
Yeah, but I don't think they want to go to the free throw line. You know, there's some games they really shoot them well. There's been games that they've won and they've had to overcome bad foul shots. This would be a 1-and-1, and when you're struggling to shoot, struggling to score, you really want to get to the free throw line. But I don't know if a 1-and-1 is what some of these guys from St. John's want right now. They're shooting so far anyway today has been not good against Arkansas's defense.
Arkansas was 7 of 7 from the free throw line until Brazil missed a pair a moment ago. Well, whatever it is they're looking at, they have looked at, and now the officials have all come near the logo to confer on this. This is college basketball instant replay at its finest right here.
Yeah, hopefully this goes our way.
7 or 8 minutes to take what could have been resolved rather quickly. I think they're going to call a flagrant 1. They have. They've upgraded it to a flagrant 1. And that's going to mean free throws for St. John's. Rick Pitino still pleading his case down at the other end of the floor. We're going to have to see what this is all about. We did not get the explanation across the way, but that is the call. It's a flagrant 1 against Brazil, and it will mean Zuby Ejiofor to the free throw line for 2 shots, and then St. John's will presumably get the basketball.
Yeah, he didn't have to shoot a 1-and-1. It took that away.
So Ejiofor's first free throw's no good. In and out, no good. Still a 5-point Razorback lead.
Yeah, they just look like a shook team. They may come back. They may be great. But right now, they got their heads down. And it's hard to play basketball, St. John's. But I like it with their heads down.
The numbers show they're a much better second-half team than first-half team, as Ejiofor makes 1 of 2 free throws to trim the Arkansas lead to 4. It's 24-20, and now St. John's will throw it in off the baseline. Big Z's in the game with Richmond, Wagner, Boogie, and Knox. Smith, the trigger man for St. John's. He's got to hurry. Lobs it out front now to Aaron Scott. Left side on the wing. 6:05 to play in the half. Underneath, Ejiofor off a pick and roll. Throws it down with 2 hands, and St. John's is within a bucket. It's 24-22. For all the great defense the Razorbacks have played, Arkansas has not shot the ball particularly well themselves, and they've not been able to get much separation. 5:45 to go. Wagner has his pass stolen away by Lewis. A dunk on the other end. We're tied, and Cal wants a timeout. The Razorbacks turn it over. It leads to a dunk on the other end. St. John's is on the run now, and the game's tied at 24.
Yeah, probably got to get Nelly back in. I think Coach will do that. He kind of calms things down when it's going a little bit tough. The only guy scoring the buckets for him has been Ejiofor, and he's strong. They ran a pick and roll on the left side. We ended up with kind of 2 guys chasing the ball handler. Smith, he made a nifty little pass, and then they were able to finish it and dunk the basketball.
Our game today is being brought to you by your Arkansas Ford dealers and the Ford F-150. Like the Razorbacks, the F-150 has a strong tradition earned by outstanding capability and smart features like a mobile generator. That's how you create a legacy and the official truck of the Razorbacks. So 5:40 left to play in the first half.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, Chuck, you got to go here. You got to attack the basket. They got the smaller guards in for St. John's, and Hogs need to get. I'd love to see something right here where we get Billy or Nelly on the attack, and maybe right here is where Nelly or Boogie can step up off the ball screen. You know what? Coach trusts DJ, and he didn't even take him out. That was a bad pass, but he doesn't take him out. He doesn't punish him. Now we got our 3 best guards in the game.
Tied at 24 with 5:40 to play in the first half. Arkansas will bring it up. Wagner, Flan, Richmond, Ivisic, and John L. Davis. The 5 on the floor now. Wagner, top of the circle. Dribbles to the elbow, can't gain an advantage, and he'll send it back out front to Boogie Flan. 12 to shoot. Right side, Nelly drives the paint, kicks it out. Boogie's open from the wing. Three-pointer. Good from Boogie Flan. The first three for Boogie since returning, and Arkansas's up by 3.
How about that? We thought he might be the one that could step up, and he does it. Beautiful shot.
27-24 Razorbacks. 5 minutes to play in the first half. Zuby Ejiofor out high for St. John's. Spins in the lane on Big Z. Missed the shot, drew the foul. Big Z had a hard time handling Ejiofor as he drove down the lane. So their big fella goes to the line for 2 shots with 4:57 to play.
Yeah, that was a nice spin move, man. That was good ball movement by Arkansas, and Boogie on the left top. He was open. The defender was just in a defensive stance, and he rose up with that right-handed jumper. Beautiful shot. Big shot.
3-point Razorback lead as Ejiofor steps to the line. He's kept them in the game, early when the Razorbacks were playing really well. First free throw's good, and it's 27-25.
Yeah,
Zuby Ejiofor in double figures, 12 points for him.
He's really been their best player by far. He's done so much for them. We might have to double him a little bit. We got to use our length on him. He's a strong guy, undersized.
He'll have one more free throw to try to pull St. John's within 1. It is up, it is good, and it's a 27-26 Razorback lead.
These teams are playing hard, going at each other, Chuck.
Hogs in the half court. Richmond gives it away right side to Boogie Flan. Leotopoulos is out on him. 15 to shoot. Wagner bounces it down low to Big Z. He had to cradle the ball and get rid of it. Now Nelly drives in the paint to the rim. Blew the layup, and Ejiofor gets the rebound with 4.5 to play. Nelly beat his man, couldn't finish. Smith does the same thing on the other end, but his shot goes. Smith with the runner, and St. John's has the lead, 28-27. Their first lead since early in the ballgame. 4:15 to play. Hogs need a basket. Right side, Flan, kick out DJ. Top of the circle, passed on the 3. Going to try to beat Leotopoulos off the dribble down the lane. Missed the shot with the left hand. Ejiofor with a rebound. St. John's on the move. Smith fouled by Boogie. A foul on Boogie Flan. And that's going to mean a 1-and-1 for St. John's. The Red Storm are on a run. They've taken a 28-27 lead with 3:57 to play in the first half. We've got a timeout on the floor. Time for us to head back into the Learfield studios and check in with Zach DeBozard.
Thank you very much, Chuck. Yeah, a quick little tournament update. Obviously, nothing's come up. Our next game tipping off is in Denver. It's about an hour and a half from now, and it features the 4-seed Texas A&M and the 5-seed Michigan in the South region. The winner of this game gets the winner of Drake and Texas Tech out in San Francisco. The West region second round taking place in Wichita. Estimated tip-off there, 5:10. Rest of the games tonight, Creighton at Auburn. It's a 1-9 matchup. BYU Wisconsin's a 3-6 in the East. Houston and Gonzaga in the Midwest. The Zags got off to a 27-3 start to knock off Georgia a couple days ago. And the night finishes with the 2-seed in the Midwest, Tennessee, and the 7-seed UCLA. Quick look at the baseball diamond. Arkansas bats around and then some against South Carolina in the bottom of the first. It is 8-0 Hogs. They are looking to win the series here on a Saturday at Baum Walker. Again, 8-0 Arkansas leads. South Carolina batting in the top of the second. And on the other diamond, Arkansas is at Knoxville taking on Tennessee in softball. They're starting up a 3-game series today from Sherry Parker Lee Stadium. Let's get you back out to Providence. Heck of a game brewing right now between the Johnnies and the Hogs. 28-27 St. John's. We get you back out to Chuck and Z.
All right, Zach, thank you. Good news from Baum Walker Stadium. The Razorbacks putting it on South Carolina early. Here, the basketball Hogs jumped out on St. John's, Z. We've seen the Red Storm storm back. They've done it with defense, and we knew that was going to be their calling card today.
Absolutely, and the Hogs have played so well through about the first 14 minutes of this game, and you were really stretching it out and doing a lot of good things, but St. John's is pretty good. They fought back. They made a couple big plays, but we're right there. It's a one-point game. It's right there.
Arkansas shooting 36% from the floor, 9 for 25. St. John's, by virtue of the fact that they have 13 offensive rebounds, has attempted 10 more field goals than have the Razorbacks. St. John's 10 of 35, 28%. Highland Dairy three-pointer update. Get a splash of fresh flavor with dairy products from Highland Dairy. Razorbacks 2 of 9 from 3. St. John's 1 of 9. Both sides 7 of 9 at the free throw line. For Arkansas, John L. Davis, Carter Knox, 7 apiece. 4 for Billy Richmond. Boogie Fland hit a three-pointer a moment ago for his only basket. Brazil, Adu, and Wagner 2 points each. Zuby Ejiofor leads St. John's with 13. He's the only Johnny in double figures. In fact, nobody else has more than 4. R.J. Lewis and Davon Smith 4 points apiece. Leotopoulos hit a 3 a moment ago. And as we resume play, Davon Smith's going to be at the line for a 1-and-1. He was fouled just prior to the timeout. And he'll head to the line to try to earn the bonus. Free throw, rattles around, drops home. It's up, it's good, and we've got a foul. They called a foul on Lewis, I think.
What's a bad foul? Take the basket away, wave it off. But they got a problem because it's still got a 1-and-1.
Bart Lennox talking about it right now. They called the foul on Lewis on the front end of the 1-and-1.
Yeah, he's so frustrated. You're right, Chuck. That's what they did.
Lennox is going over to the scorer's table right now. Cal's trying to get it sorted out.
This is good.
Rick Pitino's perched at the midcourt stripe. R.J. Lewis on the front end of a 1-and-1 commits a foul on the rebound. So what's going to happen is Smith, they're going to move everybody away from the free throw line. Smith earned the bonus by making the free throw, so they're going to give him the second free throw. It is up, it is good. St. John's is up 30-27. And now we'll walk to the other end of the floor because that was the 7th foul on St. John's. So it's going to be a 1-and-1 for Billy Richmond.
Wow. How about that? Really unusual situation. You'll see that
I
about
don't think
once.
I've seen that call before.
Don't see it very often, just every once in a while.
Yeah. All right, Richmond to the line. Hogs need them both right here. Down 3. Front end by Billy's good. You want to talk about a guy in conference play. In the regular season, Billy was 18 for 20 from the foul line. Non-conference play, he really struggled.
Oh, he's about 50% non-conference.
But the league hit, and Richmond really improved from the line. We'll see if he can make another now that we bragged on him. He can't. He missed it off the front of the rim. 2-point game. St. John's with the ball. 3:53 to play in the half. 30-28 Red Storm. Ejiofor, top of the circle, gives it away right side Lewis. Richmond's out on him. Ejiofor out high, dribble handoff, back to Lewis, right elbow, pull-up jumper, no good. Carter Knox with a rebound. Hogs have it with 3:35 to play. Into the front court, sprints Wagner. Richmond sets a screen, right side, Zavonimir pops out. Ball fake, drives the lane, they knocked it away. Richmond picks it up but couldn't get the follow to go. In and out for Billy, and Scott gets the board for St. John's. They've got it up 2 with 3:15 to play in the half. Leopoulos open in the corner. Air ball on the 3, though, and Knox gets the rebound. Hogs have the basketball. 3:05 to play. Down a bucket.
He was wide open and shot an air ball. Goodness gracious.
Wagner to Big Z at the high post. Dribble handoff. Nelly going to try to take Ejiofor off the dribble. Can't do it. Out front, DJ, 10 to shoot. Wagner drives to the rim, missed the shot, offensive foul. Wagner forced it. St. John's set up. Aaron Scott, I think, was the one that drew the charge.
Yeah, he is. He's hurt.
He's shaking up a little bit. Wagner slow getting up, too. That was a collision. But with 2:49 to go, St. John's will have the ball in the backcourt, leading 30-28. Wagner played all 40 minutes against Kansas. He's going to have to come out here, though. Shaking up, Boogie Fland's on the floor. DJ will head to the Razorback bench for the first time in this tournament.
Hey, Chuck, you know, the guy they brag on so much is Richmond now. He's got 2 fouls, but he hasn't played hardly at all in this ballgame. 6 minutes, and they've gone with this other kid.
That's Kaderi Richmond for St. John's. Lewis out high, guarded by Knox, whistle and a foul away from the ball. Who'd they get? Big Z. They got Big Z as he jockeyed for position with Ejiofor. And that's double bonus country now, up to 10. And Ejiofor is going to shoot twice.
3 on Zavana
with 2:38 to go. 3 on Big Z. We'll tell you that the stat monitor here inside the arena is going on the fritz, so we're updating it as quickly as we can by hand.
Yeah, we're statting it by hand. It went out at 24.
Old school.
Yeah, 24-19.
Ejiofor's free throw is good. St. John's by 3, 31-28. Adu at the scorer's table. Jonas is going to come back in. Big Z's got to sit with 3 fouls.
Yeah. Jonas also has 2. Trevin has 2.
So Zuby Ejiofor, 14 points to lead St. John's. Second free throw's up. Got that one too. Johnny's with a 4-point lead now, 32-28. Hogs could use a bucket. It's been a while. Richmond gives it away to Knox out front. Less than 2.5 to play. Fland at the logo, guarded by the big fella. Over in the corner, Richmond with a foot on the line, missed the 2. Smith high to get the rebound for St. John's. The Red Storm into the front court. Scott, top of the circle for 3. No good. Knox there to get the rebound. Knocked away. Fland out of there with a loose ball. Boogie into the front court. 2:05 to go. Fland takes Lewis off the dribble down the lane, and Ejiofor bumped him with a body. Zuby Ejiofor commits the foul. St. John's didn't like it, but with 2:01, Boogie Fland's going to the free throw line.
Yeah, that's big because you can cut it at the lead in half down to 2. How about that, Chuck? St. John's got a 4-point lead. We're on our heels a little bit, right? And they didn't really run an offense right there. They get it to the top, and Scott, who's 0 for 5, launched about a 22-footer. It hit the backboard before it hit the rim. Wow.
So Boogie to the line. First one's no good. Fland normally an automatic free throw shooter. Big Z's back in. Adu's going to go out. 2:01 to go. Jonas goes to the bench, and Ivisic back on the floor. Another free throw for Fland. The second one is good, and Arkansas is within 3, 32-29. 2:01 to play in the half. Razorbacks would like to close the half with a flurry. They need a stop. Smith, top of the circle, guarded by Davis. 1:50 to go. Ejiofor pops out, but driving left side. Lewis had it blocked and stolen by Knox. Hogs with the ball into the front court. Fland step back, 3-pointer block. Boogie got the rebound, gives it to Nelly. His 3 no good. Richmond with the offensive board, and his follows back up and in. Richmond with the follow bucket, 32-31 St. John's. 1:24 to play. Big bucket by Richmond after the Hogs missed a pair of 3s.
He's had 2 big offensive rebound stickbacks in this first half.
15 to shoot for St. John's. Smith at the elbow, right side. Leotopoulos for 3, no good. Rebound, Carter Knox. Away to Davis. Hogs have it with 1:05 to go. They can grab the lead on this trip. 1 minute to play, 20 to shoot. Waning moments of the first half. Fland out at the top of the circle. Gets a screen. Guarded now by Ruben Prey. The 6'10 freshman's back in. Big Z on the low block. Going to try to back Ejiofor down. Jump hook from Big Z's good from about 12 feet away. Zavonimir gives Arkansas a 33-32 lead. It looked like it might be too far, but no trouble at all for Ivisic. 30 seconds to play. Hogs by 1. St. John's, Ejiofor, left side for 3, no good. Price follow won't go. Ivisic with a rebound. Shot clock's off. Hogs can play for 1. 15 seconds remaining in the half. Arkansas by 1 with the ball. Minus a turnover. They're going to take the lead into the halftime locker room. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Boogie to the rim, absorbs the contact. It goes and 1. Oh, they didn't call the foul.
No foul.
They didn't call the foul, but St. John's didn't have time to throw it in. So the first half is going to come to a close with Arkansas leading by 3. They should have called a foul.
Yep.
There was a lot of contact. Boogie powered through it, and it's Arkansas Z with a 35-32 lead.
Well, star of that first half was Boogie Fland. He made huge play after play, and Billy Richmond with some really big buckets inside, touch, and then Z. He hadn't been anything in 4 games. He makes a tough 12-foot over his left shoulder shot. St. John's, to me, looks tired and frustrated. They came back. They went up 4. And then their kid, Scott, took one of the worst shots you'll ever see. And the Hogs have used that and stretched it out here and got on this run. St. John's, 2 of their last 10. They have trouble scoring the basketball.
The Razorbacks are 20 minutes away from the Sweet 16. They lead St. John's 35-32. The Built for Tough halftime show is next. Zach DeBozard in the Learfield studios following this for Coca-Cola.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more reliability and versatility built in, like Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors, rated #1 in durability and owner experience. Z Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Visit your local Kubota dealer for a demo today.
Visit ArkansasKubotaDealers.com to find a dealer near you.
The 11th game of the SEC football tradition known as the Battle Line Rivalry between your Arkansas Razorbacks and the Mizzou Tigers is complete. Look for the tradition presented by Shelter Insurance to grow in the coming years as we continue to heat up the border and support our student athletes with this new rivalry, the Battle Line Rivalry, presented by Shelter Insurance. Find a Shelter agent near you at shelterinsurance.com.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hogs. This is the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
Everyone has a community, a neighborhood, school, kids' teams, where you worship, work out, or any other place or group where you choose to belong. Communities can provide support when you need it, and even when you don't know you do. Like when it comes to preventing underage drinking and other substance use. Community members can be your eyes and ears when you're not with your kids and alert you to signs of potential problems. Learn more at talktheyhearyu.samhsa.gov.
Yes! I finally got my first phone!
It is exciting. Let's learn a few things about online safety first.
We can secure our world. Online security depends on you and me. Install updates, make better passwords. Think before you click, choose multiple factors. That's how we can secure our world.
Learn more at CISA.gov/secure-our-world.
On the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield, this is the Built Ford Tough Halftime Show, presented by your Arkansas Ford dealers. Test drive the Ford F-150, the official truck of the Razorbacks, at a dealer near you. Now, inside the Learfield Network studios, here's Zach DeBozard.
Arkansas leading St. John's 35-32 at the half of the round of 32 game here in Providence. Before we go further on the Built for a Tough Halftime Show, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield. Once again, Built Ford Tough halftime show presented by your Arkansas Ford dealers and the Ford F-150. I'm Zach DeBozart. Arkansas leading St. John's 35-32. Hogs finished that first half on a 7-0 run over the last 2:01 and are 20 minutes away from a trip to San Francisco. Quick look at the bracket as it stands right now. No real changes are expected throughout the game because the next game to tip off will be 4:15, about an hour and 15 minutes from now at Ball Arena in Denver. It's the South Region, 4th-seed Texas A&M and 5th-seeded Michigan. Winner of this game will get the winner of Texas Tech and Drake out in Wichita. That's a 3-11 matchup after Drake upset the 6th-seed Missouri. 5:10 is that tip-off at the Intrust Bank Arena. Lexington has a pair of SEC teams going today, trying to book their trip into the Sweet 16. 1st-seed Auburn in the South Region will take on 9th-seeded Creighton, and after that game is over in the Midwest Region, the 2-seed Tennessee takes on the 7th-seed UCLA. There are more SEC teams to tell you about coming up tomorrow, and we will get around to that and also get you an update on what's going on at Baum Walker Stadium, and of course, first half stats and analysis as well. Lots to do. Built Ford Tough halftime show continues after this from Arkansas Children's Hospital.
At Arkansas Children's, every child is a champion, and we put them at the center of everything we do. As the state's only pediatric health system, Arkansas Children's offers everything from everyday care to highly specialized treatments. Whether you're calling the Hogs from Springdale, Jonesboro, Little Rock, or Pine Bluff, Arkansas Children's strives to fulfill our promise of unprecedented child health, defined and delivered. At Arkansas Children's, we make kids better today and healthier tomorrow.
From your favorite drive-thru coffee to the iced tea from the hotel lobby, many of the beverages you enjoy every day come from Arkansas's own West Rock Coffee Company. As the official sponsor of the Razorbacks, West Rock Coffee fuels our team and customers all over the world. We are the trusted provider of coffee, tea, flavors, extracts, and ingredients to the brands you love, and we are dedicated to making a difference. Learn more about West Rock Coffee's global impact at westrockcoffee.com.
Call the Hogs in 2025. You can renew your football season tickets today and be there for marquee matchups inside Razorback Stadium. This year, the Hogs face off against Texas A&M, Auburn, and for the very first time, a matchup with the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. You can renew your tickets through the March 31st deadline. For more information about Razorback football tickets, just visit ArkansasRazorbacks.com.
This is the Built Ford Tough halftime show, presented by your Arkansas Ford dealers and Ford F-150, featuring outstanding capability and smart features like a mobile generator. This is the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield. Built Ford Tough halftime show continues, and it's being presented by your Arkansas Ford dealers. Test drive Ford F-150, the official truck of the Razorbacks, at a dealer near you. Time now for our scoreboard report, sponsored by Harps Quality Foods. Hometown fresh. It's that simple at Harps. Now, once again, here's Zach DeBozart.
Back here on the Built Ford Tough halftime show, Hogs leading St. John's 35-32. Winner heads to San Francisco and the Sweet 16 out of the West region. Told you a little bit about what the bracket looks like for the rest of today. The SEC side of things, 8 teams made it into the round of 32. It tells you a quarter of the teams left are SEC. Probably a little bit more on that percentage because Purdue knocked out McNeese before we took the floor. So the 31 teams left, 8 of them are SEC. You got 4 playing today with the Hogs, Texas A&M, Tennessee, and Auburn. Tomorrow, Florida gets the day going at 11:10 from Raleigh, taking on back-to-back defending champs UConn. Then later on, the 3rd seed Kentucky takes on the 6th seed Illinois in the Midwest region. That one coming to you from Milwaukee. In Cleveland in the East Regional, 2 seed Alabama and 7th seed St. Mary's. And later on in Milwaukee, 6:45 is the estimated tip for the 6th seed Ole Miss taking on 3rd seed Iowa State. That one in the South region. That's your look at everything that's left in terms of the SEC for the rest of this weekend. Of course, 8 teams. There's still a possibility to get 8 teams into the Sweet 16 for the conference, having a historic run. 14 teams making this field of 68 here in the 2025 edition of the NCAA tournament. A quick look at what's going on the baseball diamond out at Baum Walker. Gave you an update. Arkansas had batted around and then some in the bottom of the 1st. South Carolina's answered back. Top of the 2nd, they put up 3 runs. Right now it's 8-3, bottom of the 2nd inning, and Arkansas has 2 outs batting, trying to restore their 8-run lead. Still up 8-3, still plenty of baseball to come. We'll keep you updated on that as we go on into postgame. Again, Arkansas leads St. John's here on the hardwood in Providence, 35-32. Let's take another break. When we come back, first half stats and a recap and more as the Built for Tough halftime show continues after this from your local Ford dealers.
The Hog Call, the siren song of the Cardinal and White. It's thousands of voices raising to a fever pitch before tip-off, and a clear warning for any foe that dares get in their way. Ford knows that strong traditions start with leadership, like Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks, 48 years straight. Drive F-150, official truck of the Razorbacks, only at your Arkansas Ford dealer, based on 1977 to 2024 total sales.
What is power? Power can mean different things. For a business, it's offering competitive benefits while also controlling expenses. At Qual Choice, it's being part of a Fortune 50 insurer. For you, it's simple. Power is having choices. This year, ask for a Qual Choice quote and see how much our new rates can save you. Make the right choice. Choose Qual Choice.
Sonic Radio. It's time for my favorite segment, Ask the CIO. Hey, caller, you're on.
Hi, a big fan. I used to think I could never love another burger more than my favorite. Then I tried the Sonic Smasher. With its tangy smasher sauce, melty cheese, and hand-smashed Angus patties seared to crispy perfection. How do I tell my favorite burger it's been replaced?
Easy. You don't. It's a burger. It has no feelings.
Sonic Smasher. Try it as a double or triple. Live free, eat Sonic. See menu for details.
You're listening to the Built Ford Tough Halftime Show, presented by your Arkansas Ford dealers and Ford F-150, featuring outstanding capability and smart features like a mobile generator. This is Arkansas basketball. Ford Tough Halftime Show drives on, and it's being presented by your Arkansas Ford dealers. Test drive Ford F-150, the official truck of the Razorbacks, at a dealer near you. Time now for our halftime stats. Sponsored by Coca-Cola, proud to be the official soft drink sponsor of the Razorbacks. Here again, Zach DeBozart.
Back here on the Built Ford Tough Halftime Show, presented by your Arkansas Ford dealers and the Ford F-150. Arkansas leading St. John's 35-32. Winner of this game heads to the Sweet 16 in San Francisco. Taking a look at the stats, the scoring analysis, Arkansas finished the first half on a 7-0 run, made each of their last 3 shots, and right now, again, lead the Johnnies by 3. Everybody who's checked in for the Hogs has points, but nobody has more than 7. Nelly Davis, Carter Knox, and Billy Richmond, each with 7. Knox has done most of his damage at the free throw line, 5 for 5 from the charity stripe, but he's also added 6 rebounds and 3 blocks. Carter Knox has been a menace on the interior so far today. Boogie Flan with 6, and then 2 points each for Brazil, Adu, Wagner, and it gives some credit to Zvonimir Avicic, hitting about a 12-13-foot skyhook that seemingly had no business of going in and just tickled the twine real nice, and definitely gave Arkansas a boost near the end of that half. St. John's has the only player in double figures. That's Zubi Ejiofor with 16 points. He's 8 of 9 from the free throw line. He's also added 4 rebounds. Leading rebounder in the game is actually Aaron Scott, who has no points. He's 0 for 6, but he's got 7 boards for the Red Storm. Arkansas, again, the 6 rebounds from Carter Knox leads the way for them. St. John's leading on the glass 29-25, including a 14-7 offensive rebounding number, but the Hogs out shooting the Red Storm 38%, 12 of 32 from the field, compared to the Johnnies 10 of 42. Points in the paint even at 18. Blocks 4-3 in favor of Arkansas. We've had 4 lead changes and 3 ties, with Arkansas leading for just more than 14 minutes in that first half. That's the way the first 20 minutes broke down. We've got 20 minutes left to decide who will be the second ticket punched into the Sweet 16. Will it be St. John's, or will it be the 10-seeded Arkansas Razorbacks? We find out when we send you back to Providence. Chuck Barrett and Matt Zimmerman standing by as the Built Ford Tough Halftime Show is over. Now this for Summit Utilities.
Summit Utilities is proud to be a part of your community, and helping you save energy is important to us. That's why we offer a variety of rebates and energy-saving programs so you can do more and spend less. From your business to home, we've got you covered. Water heaters, furnaces, food service equipment, commercial and industrial systems. Yes! Save on all of it. Visit summitutilities.com to learn about our energy-saving programs.
All right, Hog fans, it's time to show us your tusk. Whether it's football, soccer, or baseball, or even basket weaving, if you're a Razorback, you know it's all about the Hogs. And now you can show your support with every sip of Tusk beer. Goat Lab is the official craft brewery of the Arkansas Razorbacks, and Tusk is the only beer that supports Razorback NIL. Grab an ice-cold Tusk and show your Tusk for the team that makes Arkansas proud. Must be 21 or older to enjoy. Please drink responsibly.
This has been the Built Ford Tough Halftime Show, presented by your Arkansas Ford dealers and Ford F-150, featuring outstanding capability and smart features like a mobile generator. This is the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
How's business?
Good. Are you up to speed with the new beneficial ownership reporting requirements?
Sort of. What's it about?
It's a new initiative to help fight crimes like money laundering, fraud, and drug trafficking. A lot of small businesses like ours just have to report some basic info to the federal government about the real people behind them.
Reporting your company's beneficial ownership information is quick, secure, and free. And it helps protect U.S. national security. Learn more at fincen.gov/BOI.
This is McGruff the Crime Dog, and I need you to help me take a bite out of crime. Another teenager, victim to fake pills bought from social media. This doesn't seem like a drug deal, but it definitely is. Should buying prescription pills be that easy? Many fake pills contain fentanyl, and an amount small enough to fit on the tip of a pencil can be lethal. So listen, before buying pills from social media, think again. Learn more at McGruffPSA.org and go for real. Brought to you by USPTO and the National Crime Prevention Council.
We welcome you back inside Amica Mutual Pavilion as we prepare for the second half of basketball. The Razorbacks closed the first half on a 7-0 run. They made their last 3 shots, and they lead St. John's 35-32. Matt Zimmerman, your thoughts on the first 20 minutes and what we may see in the final 20 minutes?
Well, I think it was great that we got that lead. We made that run. We were down 4. St. John's had came back. We'd had the really nice lead. St. John's made a comeback, and it looked like they might have a chance to build a lead, but the Hogs got some key defensive stops. Carter Knox, 3 block shots in that stretch and got out in transition. We made a couple big threes. Billy, a couple offensive rebounds. We've kind of outworked St. John's to some baskets. We've used our quickness, our athleticism, and our length to hurt St. John's offense. They only have 32 points. They're on pace for 64. They average 72 points a game. So mostly it's St. John's having problems going against the Razorbacks' good defense.
20 minutes away from the Sweet 16. Both the Razorbacks and St. John's hoping to punch their ticket. For Arkansas, it would be the 4th trip in the last 5 years. The Razorbacks played in the Sweet 16 out in San Francisco, and they came out of Buffalo in the sub-region before they headed west. And they're trying to make the trip from Providence, Rhode Island, back to Fayetteville tonight. Couple of days to pack and then head west.
Yeah,
there's
absolutely.
work to do, though, between now and then.
Yeah, absolutely. And here's a good opportunity for Arkansas. I thought it was going to be St. John's ball based on the arrow at the half. And I always keep it here on a chart. Maybe I missed one. And it's going to be Arkansas basketball to start off.
So as we begin the second half, John Calipari will send out Jonas Adu, Trevin Brazil, Carter Knox, and DJ Wagner.
That's interesting. Let's see if we can take advantage of this. Our basketball here, start the second half. Got a break.
Carter Knox will throw it in, and here we go. Second half's underway in Providence, Rhode Island. The winner to the Sweet 16. Razorbacks in the half court, moving from our left to right. Start of the second half brought to you by Qual Choice Health Insurance. Power is having a choice. Nelly gives it away out front. Wagner had it knocked into the back court, but he goes and retrieves the basketball. Simeon Wilcher knocked it away. Shot clock down to 5. Knox at the foul line. Pull-up jumper, no good, but they fouled him on the elbow. They reached in and fouled him on the elbow, and Carter is going to head to the free throw line.
That's big because Wilcher, who's supposedly one of their best players, we wouldn't know. We've not seen him do anything in this game but foul. That's his 3rd foul. He's hardly played in the ball game.
They got to go get him.
Yeah.
Rick Pitino's going to go get him.
Yeah, and he's
Davon Smith's going to come in as Knox missed the first free throw.
And they're not as good with Smith, to me. He plays very hard. He's pesky, but he's 5'10", 5'11". Wilcher's much better. Wilcher's giving him nothing today.
35-32. Hogs by 3. 19:33 to play in the ball game. Knox's second free throw is good, and the Razorbacks are up by 4. It's an 8-0 run going back to the end of the first half. Here comes St. John's. Davon Smith will man the point now. Gives it away left side, way out on the floor. That's R.J. Lewis. Big East Player of the Year, scored 4 in the first half. Smith off a dribble handoff from Ejiofor. 10 to shoot. Ejiofor out high, gives it away to Scott. Now they're going to drop it low. Kadari Richmond's back in. He posts up Wagner, but missed the shot in the lane. Ejiofor got the rebound, and we're going to have a foul on Arkansas. I think they're going to get Jonas Adu inside.
Yeah, they were battling. You talk about a big man battle with Jonas right there with their big guy.
That's 3 on Jonas, and they got to go get him. Cal's got to go get Jonas Adu with 3 fouls now. And it will be Zvonimir Ivisic who will come in at the 19:05 mark. So Adu is out with 3 fouls. They did not call it a shooting foul, so the Johnnies will throw it in off the baseline. Arkansas by 4. Less than a minute gone in the second half. Kadari Richmond drops it in. Aaron Scott's open in the corner. 3-pointer in and out, no good. Ejiofor with the offensive rebound. His follows no good, but Ivisic fouled him. And now it's Big Z who finds himself in foul trouble.
Well, I love what St. John's is trying to do on offense.
That's 4 on Zavonimir.
Patino has won a lot of games. He keeps running this inbounds play for this kid who's had a pretty good year for him, number 0, Scott. He's now 0 for 7 in this game, and the Hogs know it, and they're stepping off of him. They gave him an open 3, and he can't make it.
Ejiofor is the one they got to play, though. This guy's good. First free throw's on the way. Missed that one off the back of the iron. Still a 4-point Razorback lead. We'll see what Cal wants to do with Big Z. For right now, he's still on the floor with 4 fouls. And nobody's at the scorer's table.
Doesn't hurt us too bad if this guy can't make his free throws.
Second one's on the way. Got that one to drop. Ejiofor with 17, 9 of 11 from the foul line. Arkansas by 3. 18:50 to play in the game. Wagner, top of the circle, guarded by Davon Smith. Away left side, Nelly to the elbow. Pull up, no good. Long rebound pulled away by Lewis. He leads St. John's to the other end, to the rim, and we've got a jump ball. Arkansas with a good defensive stop, but the arrow's going to favor St. John's. They stop the ball, got the tie-up, but St. John's will throw it in off the baseline. Arkansas by 3. Kadari Richmond will be the trigger man. He'll drop it in. They hand it back off to Richmond, and he'll set him up with 18:33 to go. Richmond on Nelly. Down the lane to the rim. Missed the runner with a left hand off the glass. Brazil gets the rebound, and the Hogs have the basketball up 3.
Yeah, good job. You could let him drive. He can't finish either. He's now 0 for 4.
Wagner drives the paint to the rim, off the glass and in. DJ Wagner down the lane, and the Razorbacks are up by 5. Wagner with his second basket of the ball game. And 2 minutes in, the Razorbacks have a 5-point lead. Scott on the other end. Turnaround from the right elbow. No good. Ivisic with a rebound, and we've got a foul on St. John's. They fouled Ivisic on the rebound. I think they're going to get Ejiofor for the foul down at the other end of the floor. Big Z with some authority inside. Substitution for St. John's. Sadiku Ayo is going to come back into the ball game for them.
Yeah, look at him on the bench. Rick Pitino and his player, they are getting after each other. 0 for 8.
2 fouls now on Ejiofor. 17:53 to play in the game. Arkansas leads it by 5. Wagner dribbles at the top of the circle. Gives it away to Brazil. Hands it off now to Nelly with 15 to shoot. Left side, DJ Wagner off the dribble down the lane to the rim with a left hand up and in for Wagner. DJ's gone to the rim twice in succession now. 6 points for Wagner. 17.5 to play, and Arkansas leads it by 7. Rick Pitino says we got to talk it over. The Razorbacks ended the first half on a 7-0 run. They picked up right where they left off. They've outscored the Johnnies 5-1 over the first 2.5 minutes, and we've got a timeout. 17:29 to go. 40-33 Razorbacks. Now this for Oaklawn.
Experience luxury at Oaklawn Hot Springs, Arkansas, where the excitement never stops. Elevate your gaming experience at our world-class smoke-free casino and enjoy an unparalleled stay at our hotel. Find bliss at the Astral Spa, embark on culinary adventures, and witness the thrill of live thoroughbred racing through May 3rd. To book your experience, visit oaklawn.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
In SEC country, the key to our confidence comes from having a goal.
Cover 3. Ready?
And knowing just how we're going to get there.
8 seconds. It's plenty of time.
So in these pivotal moments, we come together for inspiration and a plan. Financial confidence in SEC country works that way too. When you and your banker get together to create your personal Regions Greenprint plan.
I think that'll really work. Thanks.
So let's huddle up, because in an SEC world, we're the SEC Bank. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC.
Look, you already know eating right and staying active make a big difference, but weight loss surgery could get you back in the game. Check out the Bariatric and Metabolic Institute at Encore Medical Center in Saline County, part of the Arkansas Heart Hospital team. Their bariatric experts can help you lose the extra weight, get off medications, manage diabetes, and more. Visit arheart.com/BMI now for details. That's arheart.com/BMI for weight loss surgery. Your ticket to better health.
17:29 to play in the ball game. The Razorbacks have opened up a 7-point lead. It's 40-33. It's being brought to you in part by the Arkansas Ford dealers and the Ford F-150. Like the Razorbacks, the F-150 has a strong tradition earned by outstanding capability and smart features like a mobile generator. That's how you create a legacy and the official truck of the Razorbacks. Hogs are 2 of 3 out of the gate in the second half. St. John's is 0 for 4.
Yeah, it's incredible. And the Hogs' defense is so good, St. John's really can't get any looks, good open looks. And the ones they can get are for their non-shooters like Scott. And not to pick on those guys, but R.J. Lewis, to me, he's just an okay player. He's 2 for 12. Scott, not to pick on him. Hey, he's 0 for 8. It is what it is. Those guys, Richmond, 1 for 6. Those guys can't score against Arkansas.
Consider that Scott and Lewis, between the two of them, average nearly 27 points per ball game.
Yeah.
Lewis has 4. Scott has not scored. Well, St. John's will inbound the basketball across the way from us. They'll throw it in with Io. He tosses it into Davon Smith. Hogs still playing with Big Z out there with 4 fouls. Brazil's on the floor. Knox, Nelly, and DJ Wagner. 13 to shoot. Kadari Richmond drives for for St. John's. Cut off. Out front to Smith. Bad pass stolen by Knox. Carter end to end lays it up and in, and Arkansas leads it by 9.
Yeah, they got to get Smith out. He can't handle this type of game. They're going to have to go with Wilcher, although he's not played well.
Smith behind the back on Wagner. Into the front court. Right side on the wing. That's Richmond. 16:53 to play. It's a 9-point Razorback lead. Ejiofor out on the floor. Dribble handoff Richmond. Gets by Big Z down the lane. Shot won't go, but Nelly fouled him. They're going to call the foul on John L. Davis, and Kadari Richmond will go to the line for a pair.
Yeah, what great defense by Arkansas. Carter gets out the passing lane. Big, strong body, elevates, finishes easy over the little small Smith. Lewis, Scott, Richmond, 3 of 26 so far in this ball game. Those are 3 of their best players, 3 of 26.
2 shots for Kadari Richmond. The first one's no good, off the rim. Jonas Adu's coming back in. He'll play with 3 fouls, and Zvonimir Ivisic will go to the bench with 4.
I think these guys, St. John's is seeing something they haven't seen all year in this size, this quickness, the energy Arkansas is playing with. St. John's hadn't been able to match it.
Second free throw's good. It's 42-34. Razorbacks with the ball and an 8-point lead. St. John shows a little pressure in the backcourt. Wagner will work across the timeline against Davon Smith. Brazil comes out high. Hogs weave beyond the arc. The lead is 8. Adu sets a screen. Wagner with a mismatch now takes Ejiofor in the lane. Pick and roll to Adu, and Jonas throws it down. They got the mismatch. That made the pick and roll easy, and Arkansas leads it by 10.
They've got 2 timeouts left at St. John's. They're getting smacked.
16-12 to play in the game. Kadari Richmond down the lane for the Johnnies to the rim. Reverse layup good for Kadari Richmond. He's got 5 points. But 4 minutes into the second half, Arkansas leads it by 8. Pressure in the backcourt. Hogs get it into Wagner, and now St. John's drops back. DJ across the timeline. St. John's has not thrown any zone at Arkansas today. Kansas did a little bit on Thursday night. Wagner gets a screen, blows by Ejiofor, gets to the rim, missed the shot. Adu got the rebound, though. They knocked it away, and it went off of Arkansas, but they're going to call a foul on St. John's first. They're going to call Aaron Scott for a foul, and it'll be Arkansas's ball after the timeout. 15:39 to play in the basketball game. The Razorbacks lead at 44-36. Now this for the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas.
The Electric Cooperatives got its start lighting Arkansas, and we continue to meet that demand with every resource we can deliver. We're powering your life where you live every single day through one of 17 local cooperatives, each unique, always united, and in your community. Our mission, to provide reliable, affordable, and responsible power to every corner of Arkansas. It's the local hometown cooperative way, because we're better connected together. The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas.
Dribble to the basket, knocked away. Melendez picks it up. No good at the horn. Arkansas wins.
This is Arkansas basketball in the NCAA tournament on the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
9:39 to play in the game. The Razorbacks with a 44-36 lead over the St. John's Red Storm. Arkansas, despite shooting only 37.5%, has the lead because they've held St. John's to 23%, Z.
Yeah, incredible. 11 of 47. You talk about laying an egg in front of a huge crowd of yours. Now, there's a lot of time. They may come back. They may be great. But so far, in 24 and a half minutes, St. John's has struggled to execute offense. They've struggled to get clean looks. They've had to rely on bench guys. They got players on the bench hugging each other, trying to pump each other up. They've had to play with their heads down.
Arkansas 4 of 6 from the floor in the second half. St. John's is 1 for 5. Arkansas will throw it in off the baseline. DJ Wagner will throw it in. Adu and Brazil are out there along with Knox and Nelly. DJ drops it into Davis in the right corner. Kicks it back out front. 15 on the shot clock for the Razorbacks. The lead is 8. Knox on Ejiofor to the rim with a left hand. It goes for Carter. The big fella couldn't handle the quick guard. Knox with a dozen. Arkansas back up by 10.
Yeah, great play right there. Carter's had a phenomenal game. He's been the player of the game so far.
Ejiofor on the other end. Right side on the wing. That's Wilcher. He'll launch one from inside the arc. No good. Rebound batted out. Wilcher corrals it out near the midcourt stripe. Now he's going to drive the lane. He gets to the rim and lays it up and in. Simeon Wilcher with a basket.
Yeah, don't let him hurt you. He's done nothing. He's been in foul trouble. It's the first positive play he's made. Don't let him get started.
Hogs have made 5 of their last 6 field goal attempts. They lead at 46-38. 14:40 to go. Wagner between the circles, right side. Knox drops it low. Adu gets position. It goes and one. Kadari Richmond couldn't handle him down low. Arkansas recognizing the mismatch, gets the bucket, and Adu's going to the line.
You said it right there. The Hogs were moving the ball around the perimeter. Jonas slid into the middle. Coach said today in shoot-around when they switch, and St. John switches in their defense, we're going right to the big in the middle. He did that right there, and he pinned Richmond. Richmond has had a frustrated game. He's done nothing very well, and Jonas made him pay with a beautiful basket, dunk, and one.
6 points for Adu. The free throw is good. Arkansas has their biggest lead of the day, 49-38 with 14:38 to play in the game. Arkansas in the second half has outscored them 14-6 after closing the first half on a 7-0 run.
You really got a chance to stretch this lead now. Put it on these guys.
Working on Wagner down the lane, off the glass, no good. Adu gets the rebound. Jonas comes out of there with his 4th board of the day. Wagner ahead to Brazil, open in the corner, three-pointer no good. Rebound batted out. Arkansas wins the loose ball battle. Billy Richmond comes away with it. Now they try to drop it low to Adu. He was held, but they didn't call it. Richmond held him. Adu couldn't get to the ball, so the Razorbacks turn it over. St. John's will get it in the backcourt. Boogie Flan's coming back in for the Razorbacks. Wilcher's going out on the other side, and they'll reinsert R.J. Lewis. Nelly's going to get a breather for Arkansas, and St. John's will throw it in the backcourt with 14:05 to go. The lead for Arkansas is 11. Razorbacks will pressure in the backcourt. Scott drops it into Kadari Richmond. 14 minutes to play in the basketball game. Richmond across the timeline. Richmond on Richmond. Kadari works against Billy.
He's not a point guard.
Scott out high. Gives it away on the wing. Left side, Lewis. Lewis trying to take Flan into the lane. Boogie had to reach in and foul him. St. John's that time got the mismatch. Flan was a little helpless, so he reaches in and commits the foul. And it'll be St. John's basketball out of bounds.
4 fouls each.
Arkansas by 11. Kadari Richmond will throw it in for the Johnnies. Drops it into Ejiofor, and he gives it back to his point guard. 13:40 to play in the ball game. Right side, Scott pops out, finally made a 3. Aaron Scott drains the 3, and it's 49-41.
Yeah, he's 1 for 10, but he got open that time, but he was pretty far out on the right wing. He'd not made a shot.
The St. John's fans rise to their feet. They're trying to get their team back in it. Arkansas still up by 8. Razorbacks with the basketball. Wagner Right of the circle out high. Wanted to go low to Adu, but he wasn't open. So they'll reset it. 5 to shoot. Got to work quickly now. Wagner's going to step back, launch a 3 off the rim. No good. Adu got the rebound, but they're going to call JOHNS for a foul, I think.
No,
they called Ejiofor for the foul. Adu at first reacted as though it was on him. Then Ejiofor realized, no, they're calling it on number 24 for the white team. And so Arkansas is going to get the ball out of bounds. Ejiofor commits his second. Wagner throws it into Flan. 13 minutes to play in the game. Hogs with the ball up 8. Boogie drives the right side, lobs it for Brazil, and a two-hand flush. Brazil from Boogie, and the Hogs are back up by 10. Now it's the Razorback fans who rise to their feet with 12:45 to go. Wilcher back in the game, way out on the floor, gives it away to Robert Lewis. Lewis drives around, Flan stolen away. Wagner's going end to end, leaves it for Billy, an easy layup. Arkansas's up by 12.
St. John's has quit down there. They had 2 guys didn't run down the floor. The Johnnies are finishing up.
12:25 to play. Ejiofor in the paint, blocked by Adu. Kicked away to Lewis on the baseline. Jumper won't go. Brazil with a rebound, and we've got a whistle and a foul. Ejiofor ended up on the floor, and that one's going to go against Arkansas. It looks like Adu has been whistled.
Chuck, look at those guys down there talking to each other at St. John's. They're really frustrated, and they're frustrated because of how great the Razorbacks have played. And they really have been frustrated since the first 3 or 4 minutes of the game. And that's just a credit to Arkansas and how they've played and the energy. But you can't change height, length, athletic ability. And we've got all of those over St. John's.
12:17 to play. Hogs by a dozen. Davon Smith will trigger it in off the baseline. Drops it into Ejiofor. Back to Smith at the elbow. He's going to try to take Big Z off the dribble. Can't do it. 12 to shoot. Prey pops out. Ruben Prey's checked back in. Shot clock winding down to 5. Smith on Richmond. Top of the circle. Leans in. Tried to throw it to Ejiofor. Knocked away. Smith picks it up and then draws a foul as he goes to the rim. I think that's going to be on Big Z. If it is, he's fouled out. Zavonimir's fouled out. 0.7 on the shot clock. It was a bad interior pass from Smith to Ejiofor. Big Z knocked it away, but unfortunately it went right back into Smith's hands. He drove the rim right into Zavonimir, but it's Ivisic that is called for the foul, and his afternoon is over. That's going to take us to a timeout. It's being brought to you in part by Coca-Cola and Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Crisp, refreshing, irresistibly tasty. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Well, try and decide. 53-41 Razorbacks, 11:58 to play. Now this for the Arkansas Ford dealers.
The Hog Call, the siren song of the Cardinal and White. It's thousands of voices raising to a fever pitch before tip-off, and a clear warning for any foe that dares get in their way. Ford knows that strong traditions start with leadership, like Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks, 48 years straight. Drive F-150, official truck of the Razorbacks, only at your Arkansas Ford dealer, based on 1977 to 2024 total sales.
When a patient rings the bell after completing cancer treatment, we celebrate one more step toward healing. And with the new UAMS Baptist Health Cancer Center, we celebrate the trusted choice in cancer care. The 2 greatest healthcare forces in Arkansas have come together to deliver second-to-none treatments with the latest technology, all in celebration of you. Learn more at baptist-healthcancercenter.com. Baptist Health, for you, for life.
Need a power boost after a serious workout? Stick with the original recovery drink. Highland Dairy's chocolate milk contains 13 essential nutrients, including protein and electrolytes, helping you build muscle and hydrate better than water. Our Chocolicious milk is perfect for building healthy bones in little ones and maintaining bone health in adults. It's chocolate milk with no artificial growth hormones, and it's locally made, so you know you're getting the best for your body. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
$11:58 to play in the basketball game. Arkansas by 12, 53-41. It's being brought to you in part by West Rock Coffee. They proudly supply coffee, tea, flavors, extracts, and ingredients to some of the world's most iconic brands. It's produced right here in Arkansas. It's ethically sourced from around the globe, and it's the official coffee of the Razorbacks. Learn more at westrockcoffee.com. The Razorbacks trailed late in the first half, Z. They went on a 7-0 run, and these numbers in the second half, 8 of 12 for Arkansas. All of them have been two-pointers, by the way. St. John's, 3 of 11. The Johnnies, 25% for the day. Arkansas's defense has just been stifling.
A great defense, 13 of 53. This is one of the top-ranked teams in the country, St. John's. Their 13 makes, 53 shot attempts. They've missed 40 shots with still almost 12 minutes to go. As you said, right at 25%. Incredible defense by the Razorbacks, and St. John's is really strong.
Well, most of the time they've been contested, too. That's got a lot to do with the misses. So here's Smith to the line as we resume play. He'll shoot twice. First one's off the front of the rim, no good.
And they're having to play him, and he's not a good free throw shooter. He's quick. He's a lot of energy for him, but he's limited.
So Adu's playing with 4 fouls. Big Z is fouled out. Second free throw's good, and it's 53-42. So Adu's got to be careful, although he is not out there right now. As I look out there, they've got Brazil as the only big. Down on the other end, it is St. John's that knocks it away out of bounds. I don't know where I got that.
Yeah, well, we've played South Carolina a couple times in the last few weeks.
11:56 to go. Arkansas by 11, and they'll throw it in. Brazil takes the inbounds feed and leaves it now for Billy Richmond.
Billy playing the point.
Richmond guarded out front by R.J. Lewis. Leaves it for Knox. 15 on the shot clock for the Razorbacks. Boogie Flan gets a screen out high, steps back on Ejiofor, three-pointer in and out, no good. Brazil had position for the rebound, though, and we've got a whistle and a foul. They're going to call that one on St. John's. Kadari Richmond, simply did not have position. Brazil in a good spot. Arkansas will inbound it now off the baseline. 6 fouls on both sides with 11:37 to go.
Kadari Richmond's trying, but he's just no match.
He's got to come out now. Lefteris Leotopoulos will come into the game.
This is an advantage for Arkansas when he comes in. He's not a real good defender. He'll make about 1 out of her 4 or 5 threes.
That was the 4th foul on Kadari Richmond. Off the inbound, they set a screen for Flan. Missed the 3, but Nellies follows up and in. John L. Davis snuck along the baseline, gets it to go. Hogs by 13.
There was Smith having to try to guard Nelly. He's too little. Nelly went right over the top. Offensive rebound.
Prey on the other end. Right side Smith. Ball fake, penetration off the glass. Gets it to go and 1. They call the foul, I think, on Carter Knox, and it's going to be an and 1 chance with 11:17 to go.
Yeah, that's okay to call it on him. He hadn't fouled any, so he's had a great game. Carter done a good job not fouling. We're in good shape now with Z. It hurts us losing him, but we're in pretty good shape with fouls now.
Arkansas by 11. Smith to the free throw line. 8 points today for Davon Smith. 4 of them have come from the free throw line. Free throw's good. He completes the and 1, and it's a 10-point ball game. They'll pressure in the backcourt off the made free throw. Hogs throw it into Brazil, and now he'll leave it for Boogie Flan. Flan races into the front court with 11:08 to play. Trying to take Leotopoulos off the dribble down the lane. Off the glass, it won't go. Prey comes out of there with a board for St. John's. Trying to cut the lead to single digits with 10:55 to go. Smith end-to-end blocked by Brazil. Picked up by Prey. Jump hook no good. Ejiofor's follow is up and in. Zuby Ejiofor with the follow. He's got 19, and St. John's is within 8. It's 55-47 now.
Take care of the ball here. Get a good shot.
10:30 to go. Boogie Flan dribbles left side on the wing. John L. Davis. Lewis guards him. Nelly, right wing. Brazil's open. Three-pointer in and out, no good. Leotopoulos with a rebound for St. John's. The Red Storm trying to get a run going now with 10:15 to play. Smith at the foul line. Floats in the lane. Jumper from Davon Smith is good. And now it's John Calipari who wants a timeout at the other end. With 10:09 to go, St. John's is on a 7-0 run. And all of a sudden, it's a 55-49 ball game. 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here.
Yeah, the Razorbacks had all the momentum, Chuck, rolling, playing great defense. We talked about St. John's being 13 of 53. Well, now they've hit 3 in a row, and they've added some free throws, and now they're 16 of 58. They're making more shots now, and they're playing harder because they're making more shots. Hogs got to continue just hanging there. You've played a tremendous game. You're playing one of the best teams in the country, and you still got a 6-point lead, and we got the basketball.
Hey, you can earn a degree from the University of Arkansas no matter where you live. Online students at the U of A receive the same high-quality education as on-campus students. So go to online.uark.edu to find a program that lets you advance your career or start a new one. The U of A Online. Apply now at online.uark.edu. Well, there are more St. John's fans here than Arkansas fans. They are on their feet across the way. John Calipari breaks the huddle with Billy Richmond, Carter Knox, DJ Wagner, Boogie Fland, and Trevin Brazil. Ivisic is fouled out. Adu has 4. The Hogs will throw it in off the baseline. Richmond drops it into DJ Wagner, and the Razorbacks will bring it up. Leotopoulos, Lewis, Smith on the floor for St. John's, along with Prey and Ejiofor. Brazil out high. Dribble handoff Wagner, top of the circle. We've got a foul. We've got a whistle and a foul. It's going to go against St. John's. They get Devin Smith, and that's going to be a 1-and-1 for the Razorbacks with 9:58 to go.
Thank you, Devin Smith. We needed that. Their crowd was into it. It was loud. We were trying to find anything in that set. There was nothing there, and then he grabs Billy Richmond coming off the ball, away from the ball. He grabs him, and I'm glad he did.
Third foul on Davon Smith. Ruben Prey checks out. Aaron Scott's back in. A 1-and-1 for Billy Richmond. 9 today for Billy. 1 of 2 at the line. He also has 5 rebounds. A good day for the freshman. Front ends up and rattles around and drops home, and Arkansas's lead is 7 again. 56-49. John L. Davis is coming back in for Boogie Fland.
These freshmen don't even act like freshmen at all. The 3 that we have, they step up in big moments. That's a big 1-and-1. The place is going nuts, trying to build your lead back. Calmly makes that free throw. One more for Billy. 10 points today. The lefty's second one's perfect. Arkansas with an 8-point lead, 57-49. Couple of big free throws there from Billy Richmond. Now the Hogs need a stop. Smith's going to bring it up for St. John's with 9:50 to play. Whistle away from the ball, and we've got a foul on John L. Davis. I think they called Nelly for a foul away from the ball, and it'll be a 1-and-1 for Lefteris Leotopoulos. Yeah, the freshman from Greece to the line. He doesn't shoot a lot of free throws, Chuck. He's a pretty good shooter.
He's only 3 of 4 at the line all season. The front end, no good. Knox fights for the rebound. Loose ball. Nelly Davis is out of there with it. They knock Carter to the floor. Fortunately for Arkansas, John L. Davis was in the right place at the right time. Now the Hogs attack with 9:35 to go, leading by 8. Wagner, right side. Knox on Ejiofor in the lane, and he traveled. He ran right into the big fella, knocked him a little bit off center. Carter took an extra couple of steps, and the turnover gives it to the Johnnies.
You just take your time. You got a nice lead. You're still up 8 points. The clock's on our side. Still a lot of time left.
Cal thought a foul should have been called. Didn't get the call. Bart Lennox is the subject of his ire right now. Davon Smith across the timeline. Right side, Leotopoulos. St. John's tries to run a back cut, and they do. Smith from Leotopoulos, and it's 57-51. Smith got behind the defense. Adu's going to have to come back in for Arkansas. 9:05 to go. Wagner dribbles right side on R.J. Lewis. Trying to take him off the dribble. Spins in the lane to the rim. It won't go. Now it does. Did Richmond touch it? No.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. They're giving the basket to Wagner. 59-51. 8:49 to go. Lewis to the other end. Wild shot. No good. Ejiofor with a two-hand flush on the follow. Zuby Ejiofor with the flush. 59-53. Hogs have it, 8:35 to go. They'll slow it down a little bit now. The pace a bit too frenetic for John Calipari's liking. St. John's made 4 of their last 5 shots. 8:25 to play. Wagner down the lane with a left hand, missed the shot. Smith bats it out for St. John's, but Nelly runs it down. Hogs get it again, up 6 with 8:15 to go.
Smith had it. He just too small to grab it. He had to try to volleyball. It didn't work.
10 to shoot. Nelly drives the paint, gets to the rim, lays it up and in. John L. Davis sliced through the defense. Arkansas by 8 with 8 minutes to play. Smith to the other end, blocked from behind by Knox. Scott picked it up, missed the follow, but drew the foul. Wow, both sides getting up and down the floor. St. John's is going to be at the free throw line when we come back. We got to catch a breath. 7:57 to go. Arkansas is up 61-53. Now this for Shelter Insurance.
At Shelter Insurance, we believe insurance should adjust to fit your needs. That's why our agents work with you to design an auto, home, and life insurance plan that's particular to you. Insurance that fits just right. And Shelter is known for our award-winning customer service, satisfied customers, and a plan for you. Isn't it time to check Shelter out? Find an agent near you at shelterinsurance.com. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Loses the ball. Dwight Stewart, Allen to McDaniel. Arkansas wins a national championship.
West Region coverage of Arkansas and the Division I Men's Basketball Championship continues in a moment on the Razorbacks Sports Network.
Most of us like to be out in the sun. That's why sunscreen and other safety measures are key to protecting your skin from aging and cancer. The FDA recommends using a sunscreen with an SPF of 15 or higher. Also, look for broad spectrum on the label. That means both harmful ultraviolet A and B rays are blocked. Remember, SPF plus broad spectrum equal healthy fun in the sun. Visit www.fda.gov/sunscreen for more information. A message from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
All right, son. Time to put out this campfire.
Dad, we learned about this in school.
Oh, did you now? Okay. What's first?
Smokey Bear said to.
First drown it with a bucket of water, then stir it with a shovel.
Wow, you sound just like him.
Then he said.
If it's still warm, then do it again.
Where can I learn all this?
It's all on SmokeyBear.com with other wildfire prevention tips, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
$7:57 to play in the basketball game. The Razorbacks leading at 61-53. They did score that a tip-in by Billy Richmond a moment ago. I'm not sure that's right. From our angle, it looked as though Billy never touched the ball. Could have been, maybe should have been Wagner's basket. They gave it to Richmond. Nevertheless, though, the points count. The Razorbacks are up by 8.
Yeah, that was a big play, and it didn't look like it just kind of fell in. We don't have a replay here, so it was close. But the Hogs' energy's back up, and you can see that with JOHNS back in the ball game, that really helps us. Hopefully he doesn't pick up another foul, and we still got a long ways to go. 7:57, but the Hogs are looking really good. What a great game the Razorbacks play.
With that tip-in being credited to Billy Richmond, he's the leading scorer for Arkansas now with 13. 12 for Carter Knox. Knox also has 6 rebounds, 3 blocks, at least 3 blocks. 11 points for John L. Davis. Aaron Scott's at the line for St. John's as we resume play. Arkansas by 8. Scott, 3 points today. Hit a three-pointer a little bit earlier, makes the first free throw. Jonas Adu's back in there. He's going to play with 4 fouls. He's on the floor with Brazil, Wagner, Billy Richmond, and Boogie Flan. Scott makes both free throws. It's 61-55. They'll pressure in the backcourt off the made free throw. Hogs get it into Boogie Flan. He'll leave it now for DJ, and St. John's drops back defensively. 7:49 to play as Wagner comes into the front court, guarded by Smith. Brazil pops out between the circles. Handoff now to Boogie. Flan with 10 to shoot. Right side, Richmond had it. Billy lost it, got it back. Bad pass inside. Stolen by Ejiofor. St. John's on a run out. Lewis to the other end. Blocked from behind by Richmond, but they call goaltending. They're going to call goaltending on Richmond, give the basket to St. John's, and it's a 4-point ball game, 61-57. They may look at that one during the next stoppage of play, but for right now it's a 2, and it looks like it's going to stand, and they just fouled Boogie Fland in the backcourt. Arkansas was running that play where on the out of bounds, they run Boogie over the baseline, then DJ throws it to him. Aaron Knox went with him and just barreled over him. So it's going to be on the other end of the floor. Did they not call that a foul, Z?
They called it a foul. It should be a 1-and-1 for Arkansas.
Did they call that a player control foul?
Yes, they called
it a player control foul. So Arkansas throws it in. They get it into Brazil with 7:23 to go. They ruled, I guess, he was trying to draw a charge over there. They called it player control. I'm not sure how they came up with that. Wagner on the other end. Right side works on Ejiofor. In the corner, Brazil's open three-pointer, no good, short. Lewis with a rebound. 7 minutes to play. St. John's has the ball. Hogs by 4. Left side, Lewis on Richmond. Takes him to the foul line. Leans in. Shot won't go, but we've got a whistle and a foul. The officials are getting caught up in the momentum a little bit. Richmond charged with the personal, and it'll be 2 shots for R.J. Lewis.
What a great game by Billy Richmond. He's been all over the floor, been great on offense. As you just said, 13 points, 5 of 9, high energy, 6 rebounds, and that was pretty good defense right there.
So here's Lewis to the line for a pair, trying to pull St. John's within 2. Knox is about to re-enter for Arkansas. First free throw's good. St. John's now 18 of 24 from the line. Knox is in for Brazil. The Hogs are going to go quicker. Adu's out there with 4 guards. Knox, Wagner, Richmond, and Boogie Fland. One more for R.J. Lewis, the Big East Player of the Year. Lewis, only 7 points today. And that free throw's no good. Adu gets the rebound. Hogs have the ball with a 3-point lead.
Yeah, Lewis hadn't been good. He hadn't making free throws. You got to take advantage here. Miss foul shot, go score.
Billy Richmond out front, gives it away. Fland with the basketball out near the logo. 12 to shoot. Boogie going to try to take Ejiofor off the dribble. Kicks it in the corner. Knox, ball fake, penetration to the rim. Shot won't go, but there's a foul. Fouled going up. St. John's didn't like it, but Carter Knox is going to the free throw line. They call that on Kaderi Richmond, and he's just fouled out of the game.
And that's big. He's a big guard. He hadn't done much in this game, but he's kind of one of their tougher guys, and he plays decent defense. I don't think St. John's a great defensive team as I thought coming in, but Richmond competes. But that's 5. Rick Pitino got to get somebody in. Lewis missed a big foul shot, and then there was a defensive breakdown. Carter took advantage with a quick move to the basket. Tony Padilla rewarded him.
With Kaderi Richmond fouling out, they've got a minute to pick a player to bring in, so both sides have gone to their respective benches. Pitino is beside himself right now. He came way out on the floor to protest that call. But Carter Knox is going to be at the free throw line whenever St. John's breaks their huddle. Pitino's still barking over on the other end.
See if I guess they're going to go with Welcher. He's had a hard time defensively guarding Razorbacks. They're minus 11 when he's on the floor. He's made 1 shot.
He's playing with 4 fouls too.
Yep. And
so here's Knox at the 6:28 mark. Hogs by 3. Carter will shoot twice. Knox 12 points today. First free throw no good. Rattled around, fell away. He'll have one more. 61-58 Razorbacks. Arkansas's biggest lead today has been 13. They were up 55-42 at one point. One more free throw for Knox. It is up, it is good, and the Razorback lead is 4. Davon Smith has been good off the bench for them today. Brings it up against Fland. Bounce pass left side, Lewis. R.J. Lewis trying to take over for St. John. Steps back on Knox. Three-pointer, no good. Scott gets the rebound, goes to the floor, and we've got a whistle. He tried to call a timeout, but I think we're going to have a foul first. They're going to get Boogie Flan for a foul, and that'll be 2 shots for Aaron Scott. Now it's Cal who takes his turn yelling at the officials.
That was just a hard battle for the rebound. Scott came up with a nice rebound, but he fell to the ground.
First free throw's good. It's 62-59. Scott will have one more. 6 points for Aaron Scott. Now he's got 7. Makes them both. 62-60. John L. Davis and Trevin Brazil are coming back in for Arkansas. Somebody's got to come out. Boogie Flan's going to exit, and so is Billy Richmond. Hogs are going to go a little bit bigger. Well, Richmond's going to come back on the floor now, and Knox will go to the bench. So Knox and Boogie sit. 6:11 to play. St. John's will pressure full court. Richmond will be the trigger man. Bounces it into John L. Davis. Hogs protecting a 2-point lead. Wagner will bring it up now against Davon Smith with 6 minutes to play in the basketball game. Hogs on the perimeter. DJ out at the logo. Gets a screen from Adu. Takes Ejiofor off the dribble on the switch. Down the lane. Won't go. Adu's follow won't go. Brazil with a tip. No good. Loose ball out of bounds. Belongs to St. John's. It belongs to St. John's with 5:46 to go. The Hogs had a couple of chances there, a couple of good chances. But it's the Johnnies who will end up with the basketball in the backcourt.
Yeah, that was a tough break. We had a couple little taps at it to go in. They didn't go in. But the good thing is we're up above the rim a little bit higher than St. John's is.
So St. John's has the ball now. 5:42 to play. 62-60 Razorbacks. Wilcher out at the logo. Ejiofor steps out to the high post. Dribble handoff Lewis. Richmond guards him. 12 to shoot for St. John's. Richmond right side of the key. Leans in. Off the glass. No good. Wagner with a rebound. Good stop for Arkansas there. They've got the ball with 5:17 to go.
Big stop. Lewis took a terrible shot. Good defense by the Razorbacks.
Hogs by a bucket. Wagner way out on the floor. Drops it for Adu, and he'll give it back to DJ. Wagner to the foul line. Underneath. Brazil off the glass and in. Great feed by DJ. Hogs by 4 with 5 minutes to go. St. John's trying to answer in a hurry, and we've got a whistle and a foul at the other end of the floor. Wilcher driving the baseline. It looked like Brazil got a piece of him. Trevin slow getting up. The clock stops with 4:56 to play. The foul is on Brazil. It will mean 2 free throws for St. John's. Trevin's up. Looked like more than anything he was just getting a breather. 4:56 to play. Arkansas by 4. It'll be, well, they're going to say Lewis to the free throw line. So R.J. Lewis will shoot the free throws. He's 1 of 2 at the line today.
He just missed his last one. Then he missed that really bad shot he took. Maybe that's in his head.
The first one from Lewis is up, and it's good. 64-61, 1-point ball game. Fland is in for John L. Davis. So Boogie's back on the floor. Fland with 6 points today. One more free throw for R.J. Lewis. 8 points for the Big East Player of the Year, but only 3 of 17 from the floor. A chance, though, to pull St. John's within 2 again. The free throw is good. It's 64-62 Razorbacks. Ruben Prey is back in for them. Lewis will get a quick breather on the St. John's bench.
Well, these two teams have really played hard. They've gone at each other.
Both sides are worn out. Neither team goes especially deep. No. Arkansas, of course, only has 8. St. John's has gone 9 deep today, but really 6 with only meaningful minutes. Richmond gets it into Brazil. Less than 5 minutes to play. 4:50 and counting. DJ Wagner across the timeline. Hogs up 64-62. Wagner works on Davon Smith. Dribbles right side, absorbs a little contact. Gives it away on the wing now to Richmond. Shot clock at 10. Billy lobs it inside. Adu lost the handle. Brazil picked it up. Shot no good, but we've got a whistle and a foul. And it's going to mean free throws for Trevin. I thought for a moment they might call goaltending for the ball being pinned against the glass.
I think they called goaltending, no foul.
Okay, that's what they did. They did call goaltending. So it's 66-62. They did not call the foul. They called the goaltend. Hogs by 4. 4:25 to go. St. John's will bring it up with Arkansas enjoying a 4-point advantage. Ejiofor, top of the circle, gives it away to Wilcher in the corner now. Prey, 10 to shoot. Prey drives, gets to the rim, and dunks with 2 hands. The freshman exploded up the baseline. 66-64. Arkansas with the ball with 4 minutes to play. Flan's going to bring it up across the timeline. Everybody on their feet in Providence. Brazil, right side on Prey, gives it away to Boogie. Shot clock at 15, plenty of time. Flan in the corner, Brazil, didn't have a shot, so he'll send it back out front to Wagner. Shot clock winding down, 5 to shoot. DJ to the lane. Off the glass, no good. Ejiofor with a rebound for St. John's. They've got the ball down 2. 3:30 to go. Ejiofor, baseline on Brazil. Off the glass, no good. Adu with a rebound. Good defense by Brazil. Hogs have it with 3:20 to go, leading by 2. DJ Wagner works across the timeline and leaves it at the logo for Boogie Flan. Wilcher guards him. Boogie gets a screen from Adu, trying to take Wilcher off the dribble. In the lane, cut off, away to Brazil. Shot clock at 5. Game clock at 3 minutes. Billy Richmond free on the baseline. Jumper good from 10 feet. Richmond got free. Give him 15 on the day. Arkansas by 4. And St. John's wants a timeout with 2:51 to go. What a big basket from Billy Richmond. He got free, Z, when nobody else could, and hit the jumper by himself from 10 feet away.
Yeah, you're right. The offense kind of failed right there. We didn't have anything. He cut hard, then he made a hard dribble. Beautiful shot, right baseline.
2:51 to play. Hogs are up 68-64. Now this for Arkansas Blue Cross.
What does it mean to be taken care of? And to know that the people around you are taken care of too? What does it feel like to trust that you'll be able to get health care, to prevent illness, and to help you heal? Arkansas Blue Cross and Blue Shield has been taking care of Arkansans for more than 75 years, providing health insurance and peace of mind, so you and the ones you love can live your best life your whole life long. Take good care, Arkansas.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back. CIO here, joined today by a very special guest from Sonic. It's the new Strawberry Mangonado Slush with Tahini. How are you, Slush? Well, I'm feeling sweet and tangy and a little spicy. Let's dive into that, because balancing sweetness and tanginess and spiciness is no easy feat. So true. It goes back to my childhood when... So, Slush had to go.
Discover the Strawberry Mango Nada Slush and more flavors in the Sonic app. Limited time only, participating Sonic drive-ins.
My name is Trevin Brazil. I'm a power forward for the Arkansas Razorbacks. The fan base is crazy in a good way. They always bring energy. We would struggle in games without them. As soon as I got injured, I knew I was probably going to have to, get some type of surgery. Immediately I just kind of put all my trust in UAMS. Knowing that we have doctors always around during the game, it makes you feel good because, if anything happens, they're always right there.
UAMS Health, the official orthopedics and sports medicine provider for Razorback Athletics.
2 minutes and 51 seconds remaining in the basketball game. Arkansas leads it 68-64. You can bet they're ready to celebrate at the legendary Catfish Hole restaurants in both Fayetteville and Alma. They serve the highest quality farm-raised catfish, hand-breaded chicken tenders, the best hush puppies anywhere. Now serving beer and wine in Fayetteville. And our game recaps brought to you by First Security Bank. As Arkansas's community bank, First Security is all about taking care of customers and making life better right here in Arkansas. Check them out today at fsbank.com. First Security Bank better. Wow, what a battle it's been today in Providence. Arkansas has only shot 43%, but they've held St. John's to 30%. The Johnnies had to go to work to get there.
Yeah.
In the second half, they are much better than they were in the first. 10 of 25 for St. John's in the second half. Arkansas 14 for 29. St. John's was dominating the offensive glass in the first half. They still have 24 offensive rebounds to 16 for Arkansas. But they were beginning to put together a real advantage in second chance points. They're still +5,
yeah, that ain't bad.
But it's not as bad as it looked like it might be. Arkansas has gotten stops when they've had to. And see, they got to keep doing it for the next 2 minutes and 51 seconds.
Yeah, we're close, but it's a long way. 2:51. Hogs have done a great job winning that battle in the paint that we talked about in the pregame so much. And the bench has been really good, led by Billy Richmond. Boogie's made a couple big shots, a huge left wing three in the first half. Our bench is outscoring St. John's bench.
Arkansas has committed 12 fouls, so when they foul, St. John shoots twice. St. John's has committed 8 fouls, so it's still a 1-1 for the Razorbacks. The arrow favors Arkansas right now. And out of the timeout, Cal's going to send out Adu, Brazil, Billy Richmond, DJ Wagner, Boogie Fland. Zvonimir Ivicic is fouled out. Adu's played with 4 fouls since early in the second half, it seems. On the other side, Kaderi Richmond is fouled out for St. John's. Wilcher's playing with 4. This is anybody's ball game. Arkansas has been able to maintain this lead, but St. John's has it with 2:51 to go.
Yeah, St. John's only got the 1 timeout left. Hogs with 2. I'd like to be the team up 4, and we are, so let's finish it up. 2:51.
Aaron Scott will throw it in from the side. Drops it into Davon Smith, and Boogie Fland picks him up right away. Shot clock's at 20, so plenty of time for St. John's. Smith tried to bounce it low, and Boogie stole the ball. Boogie stole the ball. He picked it off as Smith attempted a bounce pass. Arkansas with a turnover. Fland into the front court with 2:30 to go. The Razorbacks with a turnover at a most opportune time. 12 to shoot now. Wagner pops out at the logo, guarded by Wilcher. DJ trying to take him off the dribble. Trevin sets a screen. Wagner down the lane to the rim. Finger roll good. A turnover on one end, a bucket on the other. Hogs by 6 with 2:07 to go. Now they look for another stop. St. John's weaves beyond the arc with 2 minutes to play. Ejiofor, right side, Wilcher. Wilcher pulls up at the foul line. Jumper no good. Got his own rebound. Kicks it out front. Scott for 3. No good. Boogie Fland with a rebound. Hogs have it with 1:45 to go and a 6-point lead.
Yeah, if you could score right here, it'd be huge.
Fland across the timeline. Works against Smith. Left side, DJ Wagner. Wilcher comes out to front him. Shot clock at 15. 90 seconds left in the basketball game. Richmond dribbles against Scott between the circles. Shot clock at 5. Got to go to work. Fland, left of the circle, drives on Prey, steps back. Desperation 3, no good. Rebound Smith for St. John's. They've got it with 1:15 to go. Ahead to Ejiofor. Kick out. Wilcher, 3-pointer, no good. But the rebound's pulled away by Smith. He'll try a 3 as he steps back. No good. Scott got the rebound, but Boogie Fland fouled him. With 1:04 to go, the Hogs commit the foul. So Aaron Scott will go to the line for 2 shots. St. John's has not scored in over 3 minutes.
Yep.
Arkansas leads it by 6. Scott will have a chance to trim it to 4.
Yeah, they came back. They fought it to 62-60, and they've not been able to do it. The Razorback defense has just increased intensity. You can see it.
So here's Scott to shoot twice. The first one's on the way. It's no good. It bounced off to the right. No good. John L. Davis is back in. Boogie Fland's gassed. He's going to head over to the bench. Still a 6-point lead. 1 more free throw for Scott. Aaron Scott, 7 points today, only 1 of 10 from the floor. He's done his damage at the foul line, missed them both.
They just choked.
Richmond gets the rebound with 1 minute to play. Wagner's got it. DJ into the front court. Back to Richmond, and the Razorbacks have the ball with a 6-point lead. 15 to shoot, 49 seconds to play. Nelly dogged out front. Crossover dribble, feeds Richmond baseline. Shot clock at 8, and he's clobbered out front by Aaron Scott. St. John's playing with an air of desperation now, and it'll be Billy Richmond to the free throw line for a 1-and-1 with 41.8 to play, and Arkansas leading by 6.
How about that? Scott, pretty good player. He's had an atrocious day for them. The Razorbacks have guarded him so well. He gets to the line, pretty good shooter, and they've tensed up, and it's because of the Razorbacks, and he bricked both free throws. I don't think it would have mattered, but that really did him in. Billy just do what he does right here. Hogs are going to be in great shape.
Knox is in for Adu. They'll go a little smaller, a little quicker, with 41.8 to play. Richmond to the line, 15 for the freshman today. The lefty, the first one, no good. Off the back of the iron, St. John's gets the rebound. Ejiofor gives it away to Smith. Not done yet. Smith, pull up three, no good. Richmond with a rebound with 33 seconds to play. Away to Nelly in the backcourt. They double team him, throw him into the St. John's bench.
Their ball.
And they're going to give the ball to the Red Storm. Are you kidding me?
They can review it. It's under 2 minutes, so let's get a review.
I mean, they knocked him into the bench.
Well, we're in pretty good shape. A two-possession game, though, you never know what happens. Man, I can't believe Smith came down. He's like been their gunslinger. To me, he's like their 7th or 8th best player. He's taking a lot of big shots.
28.8 to play. They're going to look at the replay with Arkansas leading at 70-64. They are going to give the basketball to St. John's, incredibly, with 28.8 to play. So both sides will get a quick word in their respective huddles while they look at the replay across the way.
Yeah, it looked like it was a close play. We definitely got fouled.
Now, Nelly was out of bounds. I would imagine. Now, they're at the other end of the floor for us, and they had him surrounded right in front of their bench. I wonder if he was trying to call a timeout.
Well, the ball he got pushed, and then the ball got on the floor like steel on the ball, and he leaned down. I think they kind of pushed him again, and his knee ended up on top of the ball, and the ball rolled over the out-of-bounds line. So, yeah, it may be out of bounds on Nelly, but he was definitely fouled. And the official there was 2 officials, one on each side. They let it go. Pretty big no call, but if you're Arkansas, you've been playing so well on defense, just continue. St. John's is right at their average in what they've been scoring here lately. And so Hogs have done a really good job defensively. They've been tough, and they've not given St. John's anything good. Chuck, these guys are, 2 of 20 at the three-point line. And we knew they couldn't shoot very well. We didn't want to say it. I didn't know they shot this poorly.
They're 28% from the floor right now, 20 of 72 for St. John's. Arkansas 43%, 27 of 63. St. John's has shot 10 more free throws than have the Razorbacks, 22 of 31. Arkansas 14 for 21. Highland Dairy three-pointer update. Got a splash of fresh flavor with dairy products from Highland Dairy. Both sides have struggled there. St. John's, as Z mentioned, 2 for 20. Arkansas 2 for 19. St. John's, though, down the stretch has missed 8 of 9 shots, and they've not scored in the last 3 minutes and 43 seconds. So they'll throw it in across from us. 29.4 to play. Arkansas up by 6. Wilcher will throw it in to Ejiofor. St. John's goes to work. Dribble handoff. Leotopoulos, top of the circle. Rainbow three, no good. Ejiofor with a rebound follow. It's up and in. 70-66. Shot clock's off. 20.9 to go. Hogs get it into Carter Knox, and he's fouled right away. Foul by Aaron Scott with 19.2 to play. If the Hogs make their free throws, they're going to the Sweet 16.
Yep, 4-point lead. You got a lot of time. 19 seconds left. Just be smart right here. Don't foul. Play good defense. Let 31 shoot. Let Scott shoot. Let Smith shoot. Keep them and take them tough shots. Contest them.
Knox is 7 of 9 at the free throw line today to push the lead out to 5 with the front end. It rattles around, it drops home, and it's a 71-66 ball game. One more for Carter. Knox with 14 on the afternoon. 19.2 to play. All the Razorbacks step away from the lane as Knox cans them both. 72-66. 16 seconds. Smith down the lane, dribbled it off his leg, out of bounds. Arkansas is going to get the ball. 13.5 to go. Arkansas is going to get the ball with a 6-point lead. And the Razorback fans behind us are sensing it now. Billy Richmond will throw it in, drops it into John L. Davis. He's fouled right away by Leotopoulos. We're going to walk to the other end of the floor. 2 free throws for Nelly. 12.3 to play, and the Razorbacks can smell the Sweet 16.
Yeah, it's a happy bench. The players are going nuts. All the staff is sitting very stoic. You would think we were losing if you look at the staff, but Tyler Eulis is up, and the folks behind us are cheering. How about Billy Richmond? What a great win. What a great win. St. John's had a great season. They wasn't ready for the Arkansas Razorbacks and what was going to happen in here in front of a big St. John's crowd.
Nelly's first free throw is good. It's 73-66. Arkansas by 7. 12.3 to play. Nobody needs to foul, and Arkansas is going to head to the Sweet 16. Nelly makes them both. Arkansas by 8. 10 seconds. Smith into the front court. Leotopoulos, three-pointer, no good. Richmond with a rebound. 4 seconds, and they foul him in the backcourt. They foul Richmond in the backcourt. Arkansas is headed to the Sweet 16. For the 4th time in 5 years, the Razorbacks are headed to the Sweet 16, and nobody's standing on the St. John's end of the floor. I can assure you of that. Billy Richmond alone at the foul line. The 10th seed is going to send the 2 seed packing.
Yeah, what a great effort by the Razorbacks. Flew around the court all day, played hard. St. John's, Rick Pitino decided to put all of his offense behind Davon Smith, of all people, and he couldn't carry the load, and a great win for the Arkansas Razorbacks.
First free throw off the back of the iron, no good. John Calipari is going to move to 3-2 against Rick Pitino. Pitino's already down at the Arkansas end of the floor, shaking hands and congratulating Cal. They are visiting as we speak. Richmond's second free throw is good. Pitino's now shaking hands with Chuck Martin, Kenny Payne. This one's over. Arkansas is headed to the Sweet 16. For the 4th time in 5 years, it'll be Arkansas among the final 16 teams in the Big Dance. 75-66 the final. How about that, Z?
Oh, that was what it's all about. That's why we do this. The Spirit Squad's going nuts. You got Miss Ellen back here. She's crying. And what a great win for the Razorbacks. I know Coach Cal's happy. And, man, how good did the Razorbacks play? The Razorbacks were incredible in this ballgame.
We're being told we will get a player over here with us.
Yeah.
We'll have a player, I think, that's going to join us here in just a few moments. So we're going to keep it here before we throw to a break in hopes that that will happen after Arkansas scores the 75-66 win. It's a happy band of Razorbacks. Just an hour left. They're all mobbing Billy Richmond, who's going to be the player of the game. DJ Wagner is going to come over here and visit with us. DJ's got the headset on. I think Wagner's going to go celebrate for just a moment with his teammates, and then we'll get him here as Arkansas wins it 75-66. And what a night as the Razorbacks earn a spot in the Sweet 16. Z, when this team was 0-5 in conference play, I don't know that any of us saw this coming. But here we are now, and Arkansas is headed to San Francisco.
Chuck, you ready to go back to San Francisco? Just left there about 3 years ago.
The Razorbacks will head back to San Francisco. They earned a spot in the Sweet 16 there after winning in Buffalo, and now they will head to San Francisco out of Providence. DJ Wagner joining us here at the scorers table. DJ, 8 points, had a rebound, 4 assists. He's being mobbed by his teammates. DJ, talk about how you feel right now.
I feel good, man. You know, we came a long way, man. So we definitely going to celebrate this. But you know, we still got more work to do. So we going to definitely have fun with this win. But we just got prepared for the next one.
Hey, your buddy Billy Richmond interviewed on television down there. Talk to us about the freshman, the way he played tonight.
Man, he been doing everything, man. You know, he amazing. You know, he did a little bit of everything.